guys, let's do some very quick introductions. I am your humble GM, Joshua McGregor. I'll be your game master for the evening. Let's just go around in the order that I see everybody on here. Say your character and yourself and your pronouns, and then your character and your pronouns, and then we'll get into our game for this evening. Alberta, why don't you start us off?
Hello. My name's Alberta. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Suzie Coyne, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Incredible. Kieran.
I'm Kieran, he, him, and I will be playing Dendro Tinct, he, him. I'm just too excited to get into Dendro. I don't care about killing everyone.
My own identity.
The right attitude. I don't know why I was a pirate there. Gary.
Hello everybody, my name is Carrie Morrison, I use they them pronouns, and I'm playing Piuwhgieawrg, who uses he they pronouns.
Incredible. We're going to skip Neil, as he's not actually here with us yet, but he's got his place.
Saving the best for last.
Saving the best, absolutely.
Of course.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike. I'm playing Atlas Goodheart, and it's he, him. Right. The pronouns.
Incredible. Thank you. Okay. We begin. We see the width and breadth of the Ignaculus galaxy. This incredible, spiraling collection of millions upon millions of stars clustered in that center and spiraling out. We zoom in and see an untold number of stars with planets spinning around them that have whirling magic that has brought forth sentient life of all kinds. So many different plants and animals and sentient races that have been here and will have continued to evolve over the course of untold spans of time. This era we enter is the latest in an ever-unfolding, ever-changing galaxy where anything is possible, all forms of magic are real, gods spring into being, the dreaming dimensions unfold behind the layers of reality that are witnessed by our very common senses. And we see the post-war era. After the fall of the Ismaran gods, the destruction of the Edifitra Titans, which were their creations in the hands of the Elder Dragons and their hordes, and the Mina and Helena, the shapeshifters, who were their armies. This 700-year span of time is marked by a lack of communication between worlds which once had trade and intermingled amongst one another. We see, over the span of 400 years, the reverse engineering of this technology, the Edifitra Titans of the Ismaran gods, who are now long gone, the invention and creation of new starships, the invention of the gate circuit, which allowed for interstellar travel, the reconnection of Muranar, of Rayara, of Unan, Adrastia, all of these worlds, Sekahashis and Matazion coming together one more time in the wake of this cataclysm. These last 300 years have seen drastic improvements in technology. The invention of arcanotech, of which gate circuits were the forerunners. We see magic begin to interact with this technology in new, interesting ways, creating techno-magic. The invention of tech foci and holograms beginning to be interspersed into society, in and amongst all of the arcane wizardry and druidic nature powers and the calling upon the clerical abilities of gods. Everything intermingles, and we come to the world of Unan, the meeting place for all peoples across the known galaxy. Here, we see representatives from all worlds and people who have been coming here, immigrating here, calling this place their home for generations, to the point where people of all races across this galaxy are native to Hunan and call it their home. This is the world of Hunan, and we focus even closer in on the continent of Tamazia, in the country known as the Provinces, 8 interconnected states which form this democratic republic where the voices of the people are heard, and we definitely don't talk about the near insurrection that happened 15 years ago. We don't talk about that. The day is sunny and warm. It is late summer, getting on sort of noon-ish. We center even more down until we are on ground level. And we are going to come to our first character of our story. The first of a handful who are soon to meet, who do not yet know that they are going to set out on one of the most remarkable adventures the galaxy has ever seen. Carrie, could you please describe your character as they walk along a path in the direction of the great city of Tomogat?
Yes. So Piuwhgieawrg, Jimmy the Earthsworth, is Cagrian, probably in more common names is Goatfolk. He uses he, they pronouns, and he has recently discovered powers that was not known to him. He comes from a long family line of bakers. Their bakery has gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they always manage to give the best possible baked ingredients for customers, and they don't even know what they're going to make that day, but they make it and it's amazing. And one day Piuwhgieawrg's powers have manifested in a very chaotic way, and that's what has set him off on their journey.
Absolutely incredible. You have embarked on quite a journey to get here up to this point, leaving your home island of Urzelen and making your way to the grand capital of the provinces, the great city of Tomogat itself. What are kind of your intentions going towards the city? What do you hope to gain from this journey?
I think Piuwhgieawrg is trying to find resources to go on this journey to find. Am I allowed to say? Actually, I don't know. Like, are we dropping lore now, or are we?
You can keep secret as much or as little as you would like.
Okay, cool.
But you're looking for something.
I'm looking, yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. So you are on this journey, and you've passed through this long road. Along this road, past fields and small towns. You stayed in inns. You know, did some wild country camping when it's nice out. Why not? And finally, you draw near to the city, and you crest this hill, and you see in this valley that goes down to the ocean the city of Tomogat in the distance, and it is unlike anything you have ever seen. A mile radius disc floats 1,000 feet in the sky, and a city rises on top of it and rises below it, stretching down. And you can see, even from this distance, the hustle and bustle of people walking upside down on the bottom of this disc as gravity is reversed on the underside. And you see almost two cities, reflections of one another, and around them, almost this barely visible distortion of the air, almost like the slightest heat mirage, the slightest refraction of light that passes through as this orb encases the city, just touching the ground at the very bottom, and continuing up and over the tallest of the skyscrapers that dominate the Overcity in the distance.
How do these people have a shower? Like, how does that work? I don't really. This is the thing that's really actually confusing. Piuwhgieawrg, like out of all the things, like seeing reverse cities and all of that, is like, if they're living in the upside down, how do they have a shower? I don't understand. This is really, you know what, you have bigger priorities. Let's just go and see if I can land somewhere within the vicinity.
Incredible. You see, as this road goes down the hill, it is merged with other paths from various provinces, and traders and merchants and other travelers begin to crowd onto the road. It becomes busier and busier. As you approach this sphere, this underside, this reflection, you see on the side of the road there is a sort of a stand that says in enormous letters above this sort of like stall, says "Slow Fall Potions," and there is a dwarven woman sort of sitting on a high chair collecting money from traders and travelers as they approach. And you see the people when they enter this sort of sphere, there's no resistance to them physically going through. You see that gravity is reversed for them. They flip up and fall upward to the Undercity.
Hello, sorry. What is this magic? I don't really. I'm so confused.
Oh, are you a traveler from some remote region? Provinces, other continents, Talaris, perhaps?
Probably the most remote of remotes. I need a spaceship. Can you get me a spaceship?
Well, my whole thing is that I sell slow fall potions so that you don't die when you enter the city. That's
I'd like
my
to not
deal.
die. That would be
great.
Yes.
I agree. That's why I set up this shop.
Oh,
here.
so you're capitalizing on people not dying. It's a great business model.
Well, people need to get into the city, and slow fall potions don't cost nothing to make.
It's understandable. I own a bakery myself.
Oh, wonderful. Wait, you own a bakery?
Yes, the Ersweth bakery.
I'm gonna do a quick roll to see if they've heard of the Ersweth bakery here. Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness me! Oh, my cousin said that they've been, and they had no idea what they were gonna get, and it was this incredible place. Oh, fantastic! Are you an Ersweth yourself?
Yes, I am Piuwhgieawrg Ersweth. I'm just traveling and trying to visit the city.
Oh, that's fantastic! And you're looking for a spaceship?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! Well, listen, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get to the Overcity, which is where the actual spaceport is in the city. So first you're going to want to buy a slow fall potion. Then you're going to go in, drink it first, obviously. Then go in, fall to the Undercity, and either go over the rim or go through the transfer point, go through the Hero's Meet, and get to the Overcity.
Okay, I understand. I do like supporting small businesses, so
Wonderful.
I'll take your potion, please.
Fantastic. 1 gold piece is all that I ask. Oh, I'm so sorry. You gave me your name. Babblebelt. Jelwyn Babblebelt.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Offers a hand.
I don't know how handshakes work when you're not like me, so...
What?
I
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you do handshake? I'm happy with whatever.
I do handshakes. I
You do
just don't
handshakes?
know how.
I'll just
how
like
your
grab on.
fingers
I've got
wrap
little
around my-
hands anyway. Yeah, so I'll just grab on and I'll just kind of shake.
Okay, yes,
Okay,
thank you.
fantastic. Good. You gotta be flexible in a job like this. Tomogat brings all kinds from all over the planet.
Oh,
from
I
the
can
Undercity and all
imagine
kinds
you
from
can
all
see
over the
all
galaxy,
walks of
the
life.
Overcity, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes, of course.
fantastic. So if you want to mark up 1 gold, I would get and gives you a potion.
Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for your business. I love your bakery. I hope that I'll come and I'll be able to buy lots of pastries pastries and things as soon as I possibly can.
Yes, I'll try and get back as soon as I can. Right now it's just me. So I'll try and be back as soon as I can.
Fantastic. Well, yes, just drink that and go into the sphere and you'll be good.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, they better not come back in the next 20 years or so. Right. Let's drink this potion. Down
Fantastic. Tastes a little bit like juniper berries.
Is that nice? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Okay, it's okay. It's not repulsive. That's the only thing I could really hope for at this point. And I walk into the sphere.
You feel your stomach lurch a little bit as gravity becomes reversed for you, and you struggle a little bit, but you turn upside down and you see the green ceiling of the ground of the planet fall away above you, and the hustle and bustle of the city below you as you slowly, quite gently, it's quite relaxing actually, fall towards the city. And you can see that it's this enormous disc of a city that sort of, you can tell like there's sort of like poorer districts and richer districts and all of this stuff, but you fall towards, you don't have a huge amount of control over like where you land. It seems to be like just where you enter the sphere, kind of like you seem to land close to the center of the disc, just from the nature of where you could enter. And you see that as you get closer and closer, there seems to be all roads in the city seem to be leading in towards this sort of like dome at the very heart of the city.
Okay. First off, what stat would it be to like remember something?
That would be history. So intelligence.
Well, yeah, it's more like I'm imagining Porgy is like so overwhelmed by the stimuli. They're just then and they're like, what did they say? I don't know where I'm going. Hello.
And as you kind of scream in being overwhelmed as you fall into an incredibly metropolitan city, just a person from a small town on a small island in the far reaches of the provinces, we're going to cut away from Piuwhgieawrg. And we are going to, we're going to move over. And we're gonna go cut to the overcity of Tomogat. A big cruiser, sort of like a Pac-Me Corporation ferry arrives in the spaceport at Tomogat. And off steps Kieran. Would you like to describe your character?
Sure. So it's off steps this smallish frog-like looking creature. His purple skin, green big blotches all over his body. This is Dendro. He's a monk. He's quite happy. He's got a smile on his face, you know, little twisting up in the corners. He's very happy to be here. He's clutching a little bag sort of over his shoulder. He doesn't have like a backpack or anything like that, just a little bag he carries with one hand. And then he's sort of got some cloth drapery for clothing.
Fantastic. Well, we seem to have lost Mike for a second. Shall I change the thing? Let me quickly see if it's a big deal if I change the thing. No, perfect. So you step off. You have your own reasons for coming to the great city of Tomogat. This is where people from all over the place, all over the galaxy meet. You know that you are going to be able to find whatever you're looking for here in the city. And you even have a pretty good idea based on like conversations with just with people on this same ferry that you were on. where to go. You know that the Heroes Meet is the place to
Number one spot.
the number one spot in the city. It's everybody wants to go there. There's a little bit like little crackle of sound behind you, and this goddamn catchphrase plays, and it's been like it plays almost all of the time over the course of your ferry ride as you get on this Pac
Dendro mimics it as it comes out.
Absolutely. Pac-Man Corporation ferry. Everything and everyone where they deserve to be.
Yep. Where we deserve to be. Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pac-Me.
The ship does not respond.
One of these days.
You and a bunch of these other people get off of this ship. You make your way through the spaceport in Tomogat, and as you sort of like just make your way, you pass by a fresh-looking statue of a party of heroes. And how likely is it, do you think, that, like, how up on sort of news do you think Dendro is?
I mean, he doesn't read the newspaper, but he hears about things. You know, I think he.
Things?
Yeah.
If you knew you were coming to the city, I think this is one of the things that people might have talked about, is that 15 years ago there was a really bad thing that people, like, it wasn't really a problem, like, justice prevailed and all that, but there was a little hostile takeover that happened of the government, and the vengeful reincarnation descendant of Saint Aishka, who founded the provinces, appeared to destroy the tyrant and level the city, and these are the statues of the heroes of Tomogat who managed to save the citizens of the city and keep the city afloat, basically. And you see, it's really cool. It seems to be one of those, like, cast in bronze or some other kind of shiny metal, but there's a sort of like a glamour that plays over it. It gives them sort of like the colors that they would have had in life, and just like the slightest bit of like billowing in the wind with the clothes and things. You see a black dragonborn called Tithon, who is the party's berserker barbarian. You see Elia Green, who was the human circle of wildfire druid with her fire spirit familiar Flick. You see Matteo Marigold, the half-elf astral self monk. Ignis, the fire genasi enchantment wizard, and Atlas Goodheart, a dwarf paladin, who's of this party. You see this magnificent statue sort of in the central area as you go past. And
It's gonna give him a thumbs up to the statues. Like, good job, guys.
Fantastic. How's Dendro feeling? What are Dendro's sort of intentions coming into the city?
Well, he's been walking, he's definitely had a chance to stretch his arms a little bit, shake out his legs. It's been a long time on that ferry, and it feels good to be sort of have a bit more personal space, you know. But he's upbeat. He's very upbeat. There's a bit of a spring in his step. He's happy to finally be moving again on the way to where he's going. He's feeling good.
Fantastic. As you walk past, you see that somebody is actually cleaning the base of this monument that you passed. Sort of. Well, Mike, would you like to describe your character?
Atlas Goodheart is about 4 foot tall. He's not very big for a druid. His once muscular body has actually started to lose its muscle. It's gone a bit into more middle age. It's a bit more flabby, a bit more, not as lean as it used to be. His once bright red hair and beard have slowly turned to white, with still quite red in places, but there is white starting to actually spurt on it, and he's just gently sweeping around, making the broom is making a rasping sound on the stone floor as he sweeps up the muck that's accumulated after a day of hard travel past the statue and everything like that.
You see Mike, Atlas, a little halfling group of sort of preteens come over and look at the statue like, whoa, these guys, they're so cool. And you see that they start like pretending to be the various heroes, sort of like in the vicinity. They don't take a great deal of notice of you. One person looks over and is like, hey. Hey.
Huh?
This is just a little boy. It's just like, is it a lot of work to like make the statues look so clean and cool?
You have no idea, kid. I don't. It takes me all day.
Puts a little hand, sort of like, this is a halfling child, so it's like, it is sort of like a hand like just a little ways up on your shoulder because you're not that much taller than they are, and just goes, sucks you don't have the prestidigitation spell, and runs away.
Well, lad, you see that guy up there, and he's yelling after. That's me.
Kids are like, nah. And they start giggling and just run away.
Little shites.
How's Atlas feeling? Cleaning the statues. How's Atlas feeling in the wake of these kids?
He's sort of resolved to the fact. He's like, every time he mentions it, someone just doesn't believe it. So he's just beyond the caring now. He's just like, it is what it is, and he's just quietly content going back to his sweeping and that and everything.
Incredible. Dendro begins to make his way towards the hero's meet. Atlas, you're sweeping. Can you give me a perception check?
I am.
Mm-hmm. And I believe this is the first roll of the game.
Second, because you rolled first.
I rolled to see the thing, but this is the first player roll of the game. Come on!
It's 20, Michael. We're gonna start again.
No. Right.
Glory.
Okay, we're all gonna have to roll for new characters because I got a 7.
We're saving it for later. We're saving it for later.
Saving it for later.
What do you mean you didn't roll?
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's all frozen.
You roll a 7, and this, even on a 7, you turn back to your work, and you say on a 7, you smell something familiar, and you know, like how olfactory senses bring out memories in a very visceral way. There is this slight smell of brimstone that you smell, that is a smell that you would attach specifically with one person from your past who you know is dead.
I just stop and I sort of sniff the air a bit, and involuntarily you sort of see his hand starting to shake slightly, like his involuntary sort of like thing, and he's clenching and unclenching his fist, and he just pauses and looks around and just seems generally perplexed.
You look around, you see disappearing through one of the doors just a flicker of flame above the heads of some of the people exiting this area.
Oh, that's a bit strange. I don't see many of them around.
No, you don't.
He sort of looks at the ground, looks at all the muddy footprints and the thing, and he feels like he's still got like a bit of work to do. Oh, it's probably time for my lunch break. I'll literally, and I sort of slowly make my way towards where I see the flames disappeared.
Fantastic. We're gonna cut away, and we're going to go. We're going to go into an office building, which is attached to the spaceport. This is where a lot of official business of the port is conducted, authorities, etc., etc. And we go into an office lined with bookshelves with all kinds of official documents and strange arcane tomes. An enormous sort of, you want to say eagle, but it's certainly not a traditional eagle, with its wings spread out, sort of coming out of the wall over the head of an ibis-headed Avon. Who sits behind a desk with a pair of spectacles on. And in front of the desk is, Alberta, would you like to describe your character?
So in front of the desk is Suzie Coyne. She is a 5'5" human woman with a heart-shaped face and light green eyes. Her skin is light, but with an undertone of warmth and the lightest of freckles that belie a childhood spent in the sun. Her dark auburn hair is worn in a practical low bun, which some wisps that come free to frame her face. She wears an off-white button-up shirt of a light linen. The sleeves have been rolled up to her forearms, and the shirt tucked into a pair of dark jodhpur-style trousers that have been belted at the waist and tucked into a pair of dark riding boots. Over her clothes, she wears a simple leather harness that holds a flintlock pistol on the right and a matching hunting knife on the left.
Fantastic. And in front of you is Adelar, the new dock master of the spaceport of Tomogat, a native Sekahashan and a cutthroat business person, a very dangerous wizard indeed, who sort of goes, I am afraid that there is absolutely no question of lifting the tractor boot on your space vessel, Ms. Coyne.
Well, you're simply mistaken.
No, I'm mistaken. Oh, I'm so sorry if I had realized I was mistaken.
Indeed.
Then I would have just given you your ship back.
That ship is an heirloom piece.
Oh, an heirloom piece. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because it says in my notes here that that's not the case at all. It says here that this ship was purchased from flips through notes. From Dawn Starships Incorporated on Matazion, with a repayment plan which you have not been fulfilling your end of for several cycles.
Well, that's just the thing I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So I'm mistaken getting this memo, pulls out a little note that has the seal of Samson Dawn, the CEO of Dawn Starship Industries. Or Dawn Starships Incorporated, my bad, on it, that specifically says detain the arrow for repossession. So I was mistaken when I got this.
Look, what are you guys gonna do with her? You're gonna tear her up into bits and pieces, use her for scrap metal.
Well, it is a Starpiercer class vessel. What's 200 years out of date? The fighting capabilities are negligible at best. The ship is one of the slowest starships ever created.
Look, she's a fixer-upper, and I am willing to fix her up.
Well,
but she's effectively nothing for you guys.
She's worth what she is in scrap material and repossession of parts, which is more than you have been supplying to Dawn Starships Incorporated for the last several cycles.
Yes. Well, what would I have to pay to get her back?
Oh, I'm afraid it's far too late for that. You see, you have voided your contract, and as you can see on page 391, subsection 2, subsection B, subsection II, in the case that you renege on your payments, the ship's ownership reverts back to Dawn Starships Incorporated, and you have no proprietary rights over her any longer. It is totally up to Mr. Samson Dawn what happens to your ship.
You guys sell used ships. Why don't you just let me rebuy her from you?
You say you guys as though I represent Mr. Dawn. No, I'm afraid not. I'm of the Dockmasters Guild. I simply am enacting the request of a corporation over whom I see no legal reason to to deny the request to track to boot your ship until such authorities arrive as can repossess and presumably scrap your ship. I am in no position to sell it to you.
That Dockmaster was a lot nicer than you.
I highly doubt that. Looks so pleased with himself, looking at you getting so frustrated. Will there be anything else, Miss Coyne?
When's she gonna be taken away?
Ooh, I imagine you have until dawn tomorrow.
Good one. You use that on all the poor people you steal their ships from?
As many as I can.
Oh, lovely. Bless you. Okay.
Oh, there is one little thing. I'll be needing your ignition key for the ship.
Why?
Because it does not belong to you.
That's categorically not true. We get to make our own.
I'm afraid if you read your contract, it says repossession includes ignition keys so that they can start the ship.
Look, it's got something about you.
I am so sorry that you've been reneging on your payments.
The bank fucked me.
As it does many people, Ms. Coyne.
She thinks about killing this man. Not seriously, but she just has a little fantasy to make herself feel better.
Incredible.
And she takes off her bracelet, which has a little silver with turquoise pieces inset in it, a depiction of a May blossom and a hawthorn flower. Look, I'll buy it off you. I'll buy it off you.
Presses a little button under the desk, and a pair of security guards enter behind you.
Alrighty then. Well, I hope I don't see this going around on anyone else's wrist around town and it gets returned to your Mr. Don.
We'll take very good care of it, I assure you, Miss
Oh,
Coyne.
I bet he will. I bet he will. Alright.
Sandra, could you put this with the others, please? And Mage hands this this item over to the hands of this stocky, burly security guard woman, Sandra, who takes it in one hand and puts it in a pocket somewhere inside her uniform.
Oh, lovely.
Mm.
Nah. Well, it's a very safe place. You keep all the keys there.
Goodbye, Miss Coyne. Goes back to work.
Make my way out
Mm-hmm.
of the complex onto the street. Starts just doesn't care who's around, just cursing. And she goes and she finds her beautiful ship.
You go and there are open sort of landing pads, and you see the arrowhead-shaped cockpit, the forefront, the length leading to the main body, of the ship in the back. It's a small class star vessel. It's dwarven metal make, rivets and bolts that you can see from the outside. A clunker, an ancient ship. But she is yours. She's been yours for a long time.
I'll go up to her. I the fucking tractor beam. Affixed to her. Fucking tractor boot. Put my hands on her. I will. You and me. Together again. But, I'm gonna have to leave you for tonight. Send some messages.
As you tap on the side of the ship, the force of the tractor beam that is holding the ship in place and keeping it from taking off pulls one of the rivets free, and a small piece of the inside of your ship clunks and falls onto the ground.
I take that piece. It's mine. You're not gonna miss it.
It's about as big as a table, but yeah.
it's a tiny piece. It's the size of your hand, like a tile. You take that piece. Where do you head now?
What time of day is it?
It's around noon.
Noon?
Yep.
Maybe a bit early for a drink. But at the same time, if ever there was an occasion. Tell me, do I know of if there's any office for associates of the Bounty Hunters Guild in Tomogat?
Associates of the Bounty Hunters Guild. You would actually have to go to the Bounty Hunters Guild, where that's where they do all of their business. I am so sorry to say.
I can't get there.
Space station outside or in orbit around Ilidia 6 in the Ilidia system. But you know that there are plenty of mercenaries, people, a lot of whom you know, many of whom you don't. If you're looking for people, contacts of any kind, you know the place to go.
Alright. Head off to the heroes meet.
Incredible. We see from sort of a narrative, camera-focused viewpoint, Piuwhgieawrg kind of finally make their way into the dome that is the heroes meet. We see Dendro Tinct go in on the over-city side, which is also a dome, but on the other side, followed by a figure we don't see the face of, who is being tailed by Atlas Goodheart, as he has managed to tail them from the spaceport to this area. We see also coming in from that sort of area, Suzie Coyne makes her way, and all of you find yourselves in the heroes meet. The heroes meet is a dome when you enter it, no matter which side of the city you enter it on. It's because it is a sphere in the center of this disc. It's around 200 feet in diameter. And as you go in, you feel gravity, and you can walk and you see that people are walking along the interior of a ball of this sphere here, and that there are buildings in here in sort of like 4 major areas. You see a tavern complex, which says the heroes meet in big letters and a sign. In one area, you see on the opposite side, there seems to be some kind of like inn complex and a brothel. You see sort of on the northern side, there is a like squat gray building that just says meeting rooms. It looks terrifying. And just kind of like very just like brutalist architecture. It does not jive with the sort of merry vibe that the rest of this place gives. And on the south side, you see a bunch of shops for adventurers. You see a weapon shop, an armor shop, components, something to do with technology. It's not clear as you are in and amongst the crowds in here, the hustle and bustle of peoples from all over Unan, from all over the galaxy. So they have come here into the Heroes Meet itself. And so I ask you guys where you think that you will head within this sort of complex here in the heart of the city of Tomogat.
Dendro's going shopping. He needs some things.
Instantly, we've got Dendro going shopping. I hear that.
I think genuinely Porgy is like paralyzed by anxiety at the entrance. Like just took like 3 steps in, saw everything, and was like, ah! Where do I go? I don't understand.
Atlas is just like, it's his lunchtime, so he's no longer interested in finding this Janazi. He's just going to find a table and eat some grub.
Incredible. You know, you've been eating pub food here for years and years. You know exactly what the deal is. You know how to get the attention of the wait staff. You head over to the sort of like pub tavern area called the Heroes Meet. Suzie?
Well, first of all, I'm going to look around and take in any differences since last time I was here.
How long's it been since?
It's been quite some time.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
We're getting the shit rolls out of the way. That's going to be a 3 plus 3.
So far, we've had a 7 and a 6 for perception.
We're going down.
Incredible. It's getting worse.
And then we'll flip and we'll get 20.
Hey, that's what we're waiting for. Yes, you look around, and this place seems mostly the same as last time you saw it. The whole city is outfitted with more technology than last you saw. In and amongst the sort of eternal flame lanterns and hanging lights and sort of like the dancing lights that sort of permeated the city and still do, there are now more and more sort of like lines for running electricity for various appliances generated by Arcanotech engines and stuff. And it's the same in here. There's definitely still like magic going around, but the sort of like the technology shop seems to be a little bit bigger, and the honestly the meeting rooms look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just a few more like wires and cords leading into the building and stuff like that.
I am going to head to the Heroes Meet proper.
Fantastic. You head to the Heroes Meet proper. So, Dendro, you walk along this sort of like curved ground on your way to these shops, you do happen to see a tall Cagrian goatfolk person just standing, like, seems to be actively blocking people from coming in who are starting to get frustrated, but just, like, seems to be disassociating or in a state of anxiety.
And they're like in the doorway.
Yeah, in one of the entrances. Not to one of the shops you're going to, but, like, on your way.
As I'm passing, I'm just gonna be like, "You alright?"
And I cast
What?
Sword Burst.
What?
Hey, man! I can't control these powers!
Nice knowing you, Dendro.
Okay.
I flipped the coin to add more chaos. And that's the cantrip I seem to have selected. A momentary circle of spectral blades sweep all around me. All other creatures within 5 feet of me must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Obviously going to jail.
Okay. Can I get a dex saving throw from Dendro, please?
Sure.
And I'm gonna roll one for the man who is directly behind you, yelling abuse at you for blocking his path.
Oh no! I asked for this. Honestly.
I rolled a 12.
My spell save is 13. Does that mean he doesn't?
So Dendro fails. The guy behind you is red-faced and blah. You yell and you will describe the magic that it explodes from you. The guy falls backwards, and that is the thing that allows him to avoid on a 19. The sword burst. A normal civilian with 4 hit points just avoided this. Just wanted you to know that was a thing.
You mean I could have killed someone?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that d6 for Dendro damage. Carrie, you gotta roll the d6 for Dendro.
Oh! I thought Dendro had to roll it.
No.
No, you did this. You did it, so you roll for it.
Please roll bad.
It's the 2.
Okay, that's not too
Alright.
bad.
Okay.
You wouldn't
Ow,
kill that
I
man.
guess.
You wouldn't have killed that man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh my
Get
god.
the hell away from me!
No, I didn't. No, that wasn't. I don't know what is going on.
Dendro's in like a very defensive stance right now.
No, I promise I'm friendly. I own a bakery.
This drawing is
What?
attention.
This is drawing an excessive amount of attention.
The only one
gonna-
who's not really paying attention is Atlas. He's still tucking into his grub.
You've gotten your grub at this point. Absolutely.
I'm gonna like check myself over. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't. Stay the hell away from me.
Literally, Porgy like kneels down and like puts their hands up, being like, "I'm really sorry. My name is Piuwhgieawrg. I own a bakery in Ulzellen. I can't even talk right now. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I seem to have these new powers and I don't know where they come from. And I just want to find a spaceship.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
buddy,
whoa,
you're
whoa.
crazy.
Hey. And I walk up to the situation. Okay. It's clear there are a lot of emotions going on
The
here.
guy who avoided a magical sword across the face gets up and goes, "What the hell? What the actual hell? This person's crazy, man. This person's
I'm
crazy."
with him. I'm with him. Crazy.
I'm not crazy. I promise. I'm just a really sad little goat that just wants to find a husband. Okay.
Can I roll an insight check?
Keep
Please,
your
can I get
ghost swords in
a
check.
persuasion check from Piuwhgieawrg? Can I get insight checks from Dendro and Suzie?
Persuasion. Oh,
Persuasion.
it's so nice. I have a character that's proficient in persuasion. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's a 24.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
15.
15. Dendro, you are looking at somebody who looks genuinely panicked, and they're yelling out, and they seem very genuine in their apology. Suzie,
That was a 5 with my proficiency and wisdom scores added.
No.
Suzie, I'll be nice. You can't tell how much of the story is genuine. They might have actually gone to attack it, or are now trying to get out of it.
I am here, buddy.
You
I do exist. I am now out of the clutches of a 2-year-old, so it's good.
Oh.
Oh, Neil, you just missed. You just
Chaos.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything else.
There's already
Then-
PvP going on here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chaos, baby. Let's just resolve this one thing, and then we will welcome you and introduce you properly. Yes. So you for the life you can't tell how genuine this is. That's dangerous magic to be throwing around accidentally.
Yeah.
But they do seem genuinely apologetic about it at the very least.
Alright.
Calm down. Stop screaming. Breathe. I'll give you this one for free.
Just please don't startle me.
Alrighty.
I can't. And Piuwhgieawrg just starts crying. Like,
Oh, darn it.
just has like full on breakdown. Like,
Oh, I just sort of go to put my arms around Piuwhgieawrg, and then like stop before I like actually touch you. I'm like, is this okay?
I give you consent. It's fine.
Alrighty. And I just sort of bring you into my side and just look very confused out towards Dendro.
This
I'm not-
gives you like a, I don't know look. Dendro's gonna start backing away.
Are you all right?
I'll, and he smiled. I'll be okay. But yeah, I'll be fine.
Does anyone want a drink?
I'm teetotal, but some fizzy water with sugar would be lovely.
I can get you that. How about
I
you?
gotta like buy a bag, but I mean, if you're thinking about like over there, I can probably come around for a drink, sure.
Yeah. We'll settle things down.
Actually, I can do better. I can make up for this.
Seeing that, Dendro's gonna back off another step. Like
I put my
Step
palms
away.
out. I put my palms out, and I like you can see like there's this look of concentration. And Josh, give me a pastry.
I am backed at least 15 feet up.
Incredible. In front of you appears a delicious berries and custard Danish.
It's from the Swift family. We're very good bakers. It's all I have.
where did you get that?
I just made it. Hot out of the oven.
Dendro's like looking around for an oven.
And we are going to cut away in this moment of confusion. Neil, welcome to the chaos as everybody's beginning to meet. We are going to cut away. We are on the world of Unan, centered in on the continent of Temazia, the country called the Provinces, and walking in along a road from the countryside would you like to describe your character?
Okay. Ro is about 5'9", He is a little bit podgy. He's dressed in quite simple, what we would describe as perhaps sort of farmer-esque clothes. He has got kind of sort of fair, scraggy hair. He looks like an uncomplicated fella. You know, a couple of things that you would remark that you sort of see on him. He has got a tankard, a couple of kind of bits of cutlery and a plate, and then he has normally on his back what looks like quite a fancy looking spade. It looks remarkably clean. There are a few sort of obvious runes on it, and it just looks, when you look at it, it almost looks like it gleams every time that you take a look at it, and it goes bing. It just looks remarkably clean and just like the best spade that you could imagine.
Just an incredible spade, which is not something that most people would expect to use as an adjective to describe a spade.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
100%. Yes, we see Ro Puddlemud on his way to the city at the behest of his dear dad.
Yeah.
And
you would catch Ro sort of have what appears to be sort of having a conversation with himself and talking to himself, and quite often would be remarking, sort of basically sound like he sort of talking to either himself or someone else.
And the other side of that conversation, which we'll tune into and out of, not necessarily all of the time, but for the moment, you just hear the voice of your dear dad. There's this brief sort of like just sort of ghostly whispering kind of, and then his voice comes through totally normal, very clear. Goes, well, this is I can't tell you how proud I am. Your mom and I here, I know you can't hear her, but we're so proud of you for getting out there and doing this incredible adventure. It's going to be so good for you.
Shucks, Dad. It's going to be different anyway. I knew how to plant some plants. I knew how to dig some holes. So going out there on an adventure, I guess it's just digging some different types of holes and planting some different types of plants.
Yeah, you're going to get out there, you're going to be able to meet all these incredible people, go drinking with people from all over the place, and get out there among the stars, get off this world and go who even knows where.
Or I'd be great, I could have some cider.
Oh, nice. Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Nice, I'm really excited. It's going to be very different. And I'll try my best as always, Dad.
Of course, and I hope that that what I gave you there is gonna help you out.
The spade.
Yeah, and sort of there,
Oh yeah.
It comes with
yeah. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I didn't know, you die suddenly, and then suddenly all these things happen. I didn't know that I could give somebody the power to pew pew pew, but that's amazing.
I didn't think that you'd both get struck by lightning and die on the same day. I mean, that's...
What are the odds?
What are the odds of that?
Absolutely crazy.
And then at your funeral, you started talking to me from beyond the grave.
It was this crazy thing, because we died, right? And then everything's kind of foggy, and then you picked up what you've told me is this incredible spade, and then I was able to talk to you. It was amazing.
It's crazy. It's nuts. Right, but we're here. It's where we are now, though. That's all right. We'll have some fun.
Absolutely. We didn't necessarily choose this, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here with you.
I got like an absolutely fantastic deal on selling the farm. I didn't really get any money from it. Well, I got this small bag of gold, but I didn't really get much else. But I'm sure it was a fair deal, and I'm sure the guy was, honest. He said it was not a great farm, and I said, well, we used to get lots of stuff out of it, but he says, oh no, everything's changed. I'm like, well, I don't know that. That's what my dad done. My dad did that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm sure it was a good deal.
I inherited it from my dad, who inherited it from his dad, who inherited it from his dad, who at some point was good with money and bought it.
Yeah, there you go.
So, I'm sure we got the best price possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Fantastic. At this moment, you crest a hill, and the city of Tomogat, this central hub, the capital of the provinces where you are going to embark on your adventure, comes into view, and you see this mile radius, 2 mile in diameter disc of earth and stone that has risen 1,000 feet in the sky. And you see a city rising on top of it, skyscrapers, the full city, and you see your city rising below it as well, as gravity is reversed on the underside of this disc to form 2 cities, kind of mirror images of each other. And
well, shiver my cockerwinkles.
A very common saying where we're from.
Shiver my cockerwinkles.
You see the slight refraction as there's this magical dome around it, which very, very slightly refracts the light, and just touches the earth at the very, very bottom. You see traders and things making their way to sort of the bottom of the city.
Wow. All right, well, I guess that's where we're going.
Incredible! You make your way and see as the road becomes busier and all these traders and merchants are going through. There is a stall with slow fall potions written above it, and a gnomish woman sitting on a high chair, who greets you and says,
"Right, hello, how are you doing?"
"Oh, very, very well. How are you?"
"I'm doing fine."
Fantastic. Well, as you can see, you see a trader goes into the sort of the bubble, flip around as gravity is reversed, and slowly fall to the streets of the city, which you can see above you.
Wow. That'd be bonkers. You take one of those potions, and then you float up.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what this is here for.
All right. Well, in for a game, in for a bubble.
A very common saying that I've heard many times from people.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
How much?
1 gold for a slow fall potion.
Right, I'll have one of them then.
Fantastic. Takes a gold, gives you a potion. This has been absolutely lovely. Have a wonderful day.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
I look around and see this is what everyone's doing, so
Seems to be what everyone's doing.
Glug glug glug.
Glug glug glug. Tastes like berries. Tastes kind of nice. Can you give me a perception check?
Perception. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a natural 1, so 4.
We're still doing well. We're still doing well, guys.
Yeah.
Incredible. You step into the sphere, the magical sphere around the city. You feel your stomach turn as gravity is reversed. You begin to float downward to your perspective to the streets of the city. Behind you, as you float down, you do not see a contingent of guards seem to drop off the edge of the city and deploy slow fall at the last possible second and say, "Get her! She's at it again!" And the gnome at the at the stall, kind of goes, shit, and packs up the entire stall in 2 seconds flat, puts it on her back, and starts running away as the guards are like, fucking fraud, get her, quick, she's running away again. And they land and start chasing after this gnome who has been scamming people out of money because there is a natural slow fall spell that is part of the sphere around the city.
You took advantage of my good nature.
But neither of you know that. So...
Well,
Suddenly,
it'll be completely
Porky
oblivious
feels
to it.
like, hang on a minute. I sense a fraud in the area.
It's the fraud in the force.
I probably, as I'm floating past someone else, I'll go, wow, that's a nice potion, and she seemed really nice. I'm sure that was an absolute bargain.
The person next to you also did the thing that you did, so they're like, yeah, that seems reasonable and good.
Seems legit.
A little steep for a potion to just enter the city, but you know, the costs to do
Well,
it
it is what it is.
Yeah.
See, she seemed honest.
Seemed really, really friendly. You guys float together down sort of to the central area of the city. You see this dome where everybody seems to be going. And the person next to you sort of goes like, so where are you headed in the city?
That's a really good question. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of just sort of following my feet.
Well, that's fair. Like, do you have an idea of like what kind of thing you want to be doing in the city? Because I can give you directions. I do trade here all the time.
I've got a shovel.
That is a really excellent shovel.
He's the best. It's the best of a shovel.
I've never seen a shovel that good. It looks like it would dig really well.
It never gets dirty.
Oh, like an enchanted shovel. Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if it's enchanted. That sounds fancy. What does it actually mean?
What?
What does enchanted mean?
Enchanted, like there's magic on it.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Is there magic on it?
I mean, you said that it never gets dirty, and I assumed that there was kind of like an enchanted prestidigitation on it.
No, it just every time we dig, it just doesn't get dirty.
Yeah, so probably enchanted.
I guess so. I just thought it just might be particularly clean. It just might be, made of something. You could be right.
And it's possible you're right as well. The galaxy's a wide and weird place.
I know, innit? That's where I'm going.
Right?
I'm going out there.
You're
I'm
going
gonna
out
make
to the
some friends.
galaxy.
I sold me farm.
Oh,
My dad died and my mum died and I was struck by lightning and then
What? So many emotions go over this person's face. They try to keep up with the whiplash of what you're saying. Listen, if you're trying to get to space, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head to the Heroes Meet. There are crews for starships that are always hiring there.
Heroes Meet. Yeah, I like the idea of being a hero.
Oh, yeah. It's where the heroes of Tomogat met and formed their adventuring party.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know them.
Can you give me, truly because you seem to not know a lot, could you give me a history check?
I know it. It's him. It's history. Yeah.
Oh no, history. I know. I mean the character.
Yeah. Typically, I got a 14. 14.
I think 14 is enough that you will have heard of the heroes of Tomogat even out there. It's like, oh yeah, didn't they save the world or something? Like you don't know the specifics, but it was like,
I think my dad taught. There was a story that he told me of them. It was one of the times when we were he was putting me to bed and he was telling me a story. I think so I do remember about them.
Yes, the time I was putting you to bed and I told you a story. That's exactly the time when.
Yeah, see that's right.
Yeah. And so the guy says, like, you just gotta go to that dome there and head over to the bar sort of area, and you'll see there are all these people, these crews that are recruiting.
Right, Dad, we're going to the dome.
Fantastic. You land. You see, this is a metropolitan city, far different from what you are used to. Eternal flame magical lanterns line the street. Electricity wires run to various buildings, running up mechanical appliances and lights as well. You see people from all across the world of Unan have come to the Undercity. You see people from all over the galaxy come to the Overcity and sort of mingle. More houses built in, skyscrapers, sort of on the in the internal layers, going down towards the sort of like green sky ceiling that is the land above you of the planet of Unan. It's wild. It's just absolutely wild.
I don't think so. We're on the farm anymore, Dad.
No, actually, like a city. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. Yes. Wow.
All right. It seems exciting.
Amazing. You go to try to enter the dome. You see there's a man getting up off his ass, yelling into the entranceway. There seems to be some kind of kerfuffle. It seems like people are blocked from going immediately in.
Well, go and take a nosy.
Take a nosy. Seems like there is a prostrate goat folk person on the ground doing a stream of consciousness apology to a purple and green frogman and a sort of human woman with a white shirt. And then you see the goat person puts her hands out and a pastry appears in front of them.
Oh. That's magic. I like pastries. I'm actually hungry, actually. Wonder if you could do that for me. Oh, cool. Can I have one of those pastries?
It wasn't for you. I could try and make something else.
Pie! Give me a pie. I loves pies.
I could try and make a pie.
That'd be amazing if you could give me a
I'm afraid I
pie.
don't really work with the specific plan with the things I make.
All right.
I don't know. I just bake and then good. I don't.
Do you need me to hold that?
Would you like it? Please take it.
What is it?
It's a berries and custard Danish.
It was a berry and custard Danish.
I have never heard of one of those. Is it
very
good?
nice?
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
I will try it. Nom, nom, nom.
It's really good.
This almost makes up for you stabbing me.
I really bloody hope so. Right, for you, sorry, what's your name?
Mine?
Yes.
Roe Puddlemud.
Roe. Right, let's make a little something for Roe.
Am I going to get a pie?
Please be a pie.
I'd be happy with anything, so I'm just a bit hungry, but...
Firstly, I'm going to flip a coin. No. Okay, yes, it's a pie. Josh, what pie is it?
What kind of pie?
Yes.
Sorry?
Steak and ale?
You know what? Let's just do it. Steak and ale pie.
It's very rare I end up with something savoury, but there you go.
It smells lovely. Oh, here, have my money. How much do I got to give you?
No money. Don't worry about that.
Really?
Shall we move out?
On the
Get
house.
out of the way!
All right. Do you mind me in a pie here?
No, I will not come. I've been trying to get in here for 5 minutes.
Don't, and he looks like deadly serious, looks round. Don't you get between me and a pie.
Steps out of your way. Go in and then get out of the way so the rest of us can come inside.
Well, fair enough. I owe you so much. A pie's not a simple thing. Can I do something for you?
Tell me where to find a spaceship.
Apparently, we can find a space crew in here. That's what someone told me.
Okay.
That's true.
Do you want to join me?
Yes, please.
All right. What's your name then?
I'm Piuwhgieawrg.
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 Close enough.
All right. I will try and remember that, Piuwhgieawrg.
Thank you.
That's all right. It'd be really handy if it was written in front of me.
You really, that won't help you either.
Fantastic. Go for it.
I go in and just start eating this pie. This pie is good.
Really good.
I owe you a proper debt for this.
It's only a pie.
It's not just only a pie. Never say that about pies.
I think we'll
Pies.
have a very good friendship, you and me.
I think so. I love my pies. They mean a lot to me. My dad used to cook me, and my dad used to like his pies, and my mum used to bake a lot of pies.
Oh, that's really lovely.
That's all right. They're dead now. Both got died. They got struck by lightning. But they're all right.
Oh,
That's all right. It's all good.
that's really not nice. I'm really sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's all in the past. It's all right. It's all good.
Okay.
I've got a pie now, so it's all good.
You guys head towards the heroes' meet as you do this conversation. All I need to know is whether Dendro's going with, or if Dendro's going to do weapon stuff or shop stuff.
He's going to do a bit of shopping first. He still
Okay.
needs to get it. I mean, these sword blades that come around, it sort of nicked the bag a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow Dendro for a sec, and then we will meet everybody collectively, including Atlas, who's been very patient. Thank you, Mike.
just mine. He's taking it long a bit
Heroes
for
meet.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tucking in. You know what? Very briefly, we'll cut to Atlas. Normally, normally Minerva doesn't. Minerva is a Vidalcan who runs like an entire section of the bar using remote access on a tech foci controlling a bunch of droids. So very rarely actually interacts with people, but you're here all the time. Minerva, Vidalcan, sort of blue-skinned, bald, normally quite intelligent race, comes over and just says, "You enjoying your meal?"
Absolutely. I love it.
Good. You say that every time, and I just want to make sure you actually mean it.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know why. It's because you say exactly the same thing. It's like somebody going through an automatic routine where, the
It
you
is
sort
what
of
it
say
is,
the
love.
same thing every single time. Cool. You're just not usually curious about many people, but curious about you.
Ah, bless your heart. How about a top up?
Coming right up. And we cut back away. And we go to Dendro. Dendro, you head over to the south of this sort of sphere. Oh, yes, by the way, Ro, when you enter, gravity is kind of like lurch again. You can walk on the inside of basically what is a sphere, to sort of a 200-foot diameter sphere with a bunch of shops and buildings and taverns and stuff all around on the inside. And Dendro, you walk over to the south of the dome. There are 4 shops in front of you. Warren Wyatt's Winning Weapons and Wares, which is a weapons shop. The Tortle Shell, which is an armor shop. The Component Pouch, which is a herb and potion shop. And Bading, Techcaster Foci shop.
Very cool.
There you go.
I'm gonna go to the armor shop.
Fantastic. You go into the Tortle Shell, lovely little shop, just a sort of a normal layout, different kinds of armor around, anything in the PHB basically, and you see a sort of young turtle woman behind the desk. Sort of goes, "Hey, anything you want, just holler."
Oh, brilliant! Thank you. I just need like a good rucksack that doesn't take up my hands.
Oh, right.
And can maybe survive a couple of flips.
Survive a couple of flips.
And keep some bags. Some books, not bags. I only need the one.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that for you. It doesn't cost much. This is a silver piece for one of those.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Double pack.
Then he's gonna add that to the order, and then
Gotcha.
Gonna have a little browse, have a little look around.
Fantastic. You browse around. Is there anything in particular you are looking for?
Actually, not from this shop. No, it's gonna come back. Be like that. Just a bag today.
Just the bag today. So you grab that bag, 1 silver piece. Looks sturdy. Looks like it survived a couple flips. Where do you head next?
Over to components, the component shop.
Ah, fantastic. So yes, you head into the component shop. 1 second. Just pulled that up. Great. Oh, that was wrong. You head into the component pouch. You can see that there is a human wearing sort of like dark casual clothes. In the back, this place smells incredible. Smells like that herby, earthy smell in here. All kinds of different sort of herbs and various things, and then like potions behind like glass shelves and what have you. Yeah, sort of a human in the back. Sort of just gives you a little.
Gonna head over to the counter. Be like, all right, dude.
Yeah, not bad. How about you?
I'm high on life.
You know what? Good on you.
Thanks. Right, look. First thing,
Right.
I need some bottles. Right,
Just straight bottles?
straight, empty, sturdy, good, see-through bottles with corks. Yes,
Yeah, of course. You're looking for more like a potion shape, or you're looking for like vial?
vials. Yeah,
Vials. Great. You're
That's
gonna
it.
want
both.
both. Okay, how many of each?
3.
3 of each?
Yeah.
Great. We'll call that 8 copper.
Cool. And you run a herb shop. You must
I do
know
indeed.
a little bit about brewing and making
Absolute-
things.
Absolutely. Know everything there is to know.
Cool. What would you recommend to go along with poison?
You want to like enhance what you're doing poison wise?
Yeah, it's like making things with poison.
Let me have a quick peek at our wares here. Yeah, you know what? Takes out a particular bottle of that has a like classic skull label on it. It's just like a green thing. And it's like this right here is the strongest stuff I am legally allowed to sell within the city limits.
What, like that? That's poison?
This is poison. Now, I
Ah.
could give you also like all of the component parts of the potion for the same price, which all have various sort of properties in and of themselves.
Interesting. No, see, because and I'll give him the 8 copper for the bottles.
Yep.
Because then I'm going to take one of the bottles and I'm going to spit into it
Okay.
for some poison in there.
Oh, you got like natural stuff.
And I'm gonna be like, like I can do this, but like, it's the thing you can give me to make it even more potent, or I can make something with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Well, I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time analyzing the exact component nature because I don't know. Bullywug?
Close.
Close? So I'm
Gaichin.
so sorry. I'm just sorry. What's that?
Gaichin.
Gaichin. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Gotcha. Sorry, that's a little joke. Yeah, let me give me like an hour to play around with this. I'll get something special for you. You all right?
Yeah, dude. Here you go. Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. He takes one of those. I says, you got an hour. Go, come back, and that'll be ready for you.
No worries.
And that is where we are going to call a bio break. We will come back with everybody in the heroes meet.
Cool.
Thank you all so much for watching. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in around 10-15 minutes. Bye-bye! And we're back.
Hello.
Hello. Okie dokie. So we get everybody coming into the Heroes Meet proper, this incredible 4-building complex of taverns and bars, a well-known restaurant, drinking place, pub, get-together for crews of starships, for people of the city, for travelers, for all kinds of folks. And there may be a little bit of magical trickery going around, because it seems to fit an incredible number of people, far more than the square footage would seem initially to allow if you look at it. And you all come into this area sort of talking, blah, 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 blah. You see just an incredible collective of various different folks, of crews, of the bartenders, the bouncers, the locals, the travelers from space and from the world. Do we want to go around, do perception checks, see if people can find, like, what are people looking for, and how are people doing? Should we get a perception check from everybody, and then we'll go around and see what's what?
Yeah.
That is a 9. Hang on. 9.
Keep going.
Perception?
19.
19. No, wait, no, hang on. Wait, no, hang on. Is that a 2 or a 3? I'm trying to read. Perception. Oh, no, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I got a nat 20, so...
Oh,
21
boy.
in total.
21 here,
21.
but not a nat 20.
Not a nat 20. Yeah,
13.
Dendro, yep.
2.
13 for me.
The 6.
We accidentally got a little muddled. There we go. Sorry, what did you get there, Neil?
13, he said.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Thank you. So let's start with Dendro. There are a lot of people here.
And I'm just trying to find the crazy goat guy, and the lady that offered me a drink.
Indeed. So you guys are sort of coming in. Yes, so these guys have come in, and you sort of look around. My golly, there are a lot of people in here. You don't know if you on your own are going to be able to find them. It might be up to them to find you.
I'm just going to start wandering up and down.
You just wander up and down. Bless you. The one thing I will give you on a 6 is that there is one enormous table, and there seems to be a number of bullywugs around this table.
Cool, I'm going to start wandering over there then.
You start wandering over there. Row 13, yeah, tons of people all the way around here. You know that you know where the bar is, man. You can see various sections of the bar are attended by various different wait staff of all different races. You see Goliath, you see a Loxodon, which is an elephant person, see a Tiefling, an elf, all these kind of people. And in one section, servicing an entire area of the bar, there are a bunch of droids, these non-sentient mechanical folk who seem to be all controlled from one person's wristpad, a Vidalcan woman, Minerva, from earlier, who seems to be servicing that area of the bar. We got a dirty 20 and a
Dirty
21 to resolve. You guys can sort of see some more of the comings and goings of what's going on here. What are you looking out for? And I will tell you what you see. Let's start with Piuwhgieawrg.
Anything that is like spaceship related. Just trying to detect keywords to go towards.
Trying to detect. Sorry, I'm so sorry. 1 sec.
I'm having trouble hearing. I'm turning the volume up, please.
It's so loud for me. There we go. You weren't plugged in.
Okay.
Secrets.
I was not plugged. I was only hearing what was coming out of his headphones and I wasn't connected, so I couldn't hear things. But I could hear that Piuwhgieawrg was looking for spaceship-related things.
Yes!
Spaceship-related things. Thank you so much. Can you hear a bit better now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because that was not in properly.
Carrie talks loudly enough. I can hear them.
It wasn't just you. It's just, he just has his volume up.
Because I'm listening out of one ear, and blah, blah, blah. So you're looking for spaceship-related stuff. You see, there's a noted demarcation between, normal people who are here, and then there are crews of starships who have come in. And you note a few different factions that you can tell. There seems to be a crew of frog folk, of bullywugs. There is a crew of GIF or GIF, they don't care either way, who are hippopotamus folk from Sekahashis. You see they are all in navy blue uniform with gold trimming. Many of them seem to carry various firearm weapons in them, and the one who seems to be a captain has a monocle and is laughing very loudly amongst his compatriots.
Okay, Porgy doesn't have capacity to hate, but they know. He knows. If he did, he would hate him.
3 more crews. One seems to be an eclectic group of people, captained by a Naga, sort of a person with a humanoid torso and a snake body, snake lower half.
That's cool.
Another one seems to be captained by a sort of light blue-skinned goblin. Seems with an truly just too big for, seems to fit on the head, but it's just so wide. This tricorner hat is just absolutely insane. And last but not least, a crew that seems to be captained by a very swarthy-looking, sandy-haired, sort of gold brown skinned half-elven man who just is so attractive. Very Han Solo type person.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That makes me
did.
want to talk to him.
So that is what you will get on your dirty 20. Your 21, you see all of that. Anything else that you were looking for as well, Suzie?
I mean, I'm looking for people I know, and I will prioritize people. I mean, I know what this is going to get me into trouble. That's what people who have connections to the Bounty Hunters Guild or would know stuff about Samson Dawn.
Okay. First thing that comes into your head, obviously, Bolio is from Metazion, so that's a connection. Various members of these crews are members of the Bounty Hunters Guild, right? So you don't recognize the Goblin, and you know of the Bullywugs, but you know that they're not part of the Bounty Hunters Guild. But the others, the ship, the GIF are mercenaries, but they do take work from the Bounty Hunters Guild. As the ship captain by the Naga is also a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild, and Benvolio is a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild as well. The other thing you're looking around, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for things related to Bounty Hunters Guild, or did you say Samson Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah. You also see, sort of making their way through this area, a fire genasi with a pair of black dragonborn security guards, sort of bodyguards, trailing behind him, who are straight up wearing the symbol of the quantum of Metazion. You see them go and approach a table at which a group of seem to be sort of non-Starships Incorporated employees were drinking, and they seem to like put down their drinks in a hurry and stand up when this guy arrives.
Thank you.
Nat 20, Mike. Tell me, first of all, is there anything you would like to know before I give you all this stuff?
I was thinking now that he's finished, he's well fed and he's had his drink and that, he suddenly remembered about the smell of brimstone. And he's suddenly going to take an interest in what's going on around him and have a look to see if he can spot what caused it again.
On that nat 20, you finish up your meal, put down your napkin, look around the bar. You see a figure from your past, and it's you know that he's dead, and it's crazy, but standing there is Ignis at a table talking to these guys, 2 dragonborn bodyguards. Also on a nat 20. I will point out to you the presence of 2 people. There seems to be a human sitting at the bar just a few seats down from you. Sort of a stocky, shorter woman. At a true glance, like, not a very attractive woman at all. No, just like one of those people who's just, like, unfortunately her face does not convey any attraction to you at all. And she has a nimble right next to her, which is sort of like a wooden automaton contraption. And she is well into her drinks at 12:30. She looks absolutely miserable. And the other person I will point out... Yeah, go for it.
Before you carry on, I just totally... when you were describing the face, I just saw Alberta's face, like, drop. I was like, are you insulting Suzie? But you're not. I just found that really funny.
That wasn't Suzie.
No, we've talked about this. Suzie is my ideal woman. I was saying. Not Piuwhgie, carries. Hey, Suzie, call me up. Anyway, I've completely lost my train of thought now. Anyway.
I was going into a hot fluster.
Yeah.
Whoopsie, am I going red or is it getting hot in here?
We've all been there about a D&D.
I thought you were insulting Suzie, but then I realised you were talking about somebody else, and it was funny.
No, totally different person. Just a person at the bar, and a Atlas, a sort of like a nondescript. A nondescript tiefling who has gone over to an area of the bar and is talking to some people in green attire. And I will say, if you got the dirty 20 and higher, folks, you will notice as well this other faction which is present here. These guys are humans. They are clad in armor and they have green sort of in and amongst their cloth and their clothes. These are Verdant Crusade members from the Dahiri Empire who are here drinking. So that all of that information, blah 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 blah. I will pass it. That's what let's say. Yeah, I will pass. We've got so many things to resolve. Atlas, because we're on a time limit. You see Ignis across the bar.
Oh, bloody hell. What the hell's going on here? He's dead. I swear that Janaz is dead. And I'm just going to sort of pull myself up from a chair and start purposely walking towards him.
You move through the bar. People are moved out of your way if they don't make it out of your way in time. As you make your way closer and closer on that nat 20 perception, you hear, as you approach, Ignis is speaking to these people. It's like, you hear the voice you recognize. He's older now, but it's definitely him. And he says, I could not have been more explicit that we were not to meet here. We can't talk here. The fact that I had to expose myself publicly at all is a travesty, and he is going to be very upset. Now come with me, we have so much to discuss. And then looks over and sees you as you're closing that last sort of 30-foot gap. And eyes go wide as they meet yours. What would you like to do?
I'll be like, I think he's just going to freeze, like literally freeze, just as he's like in the last 30 feet of him or something, and it's like literally he's going to start physically like shaking, and there's going to be a small trickle of blood sort of coming out of his nose, and it's just sort of like he suddenly winces at his head and grabs his head and goes, "Oh God, what's going on? This doesn't make sense." And he's just gonna like freeze in place.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Possibly. It depends how good the saving throw is. If I say no,
Just no. Just I won't make the saving throw.
I reject your hypothesis.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, we don't have to edit this bit then. I got an 18.
You got an 18?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Are all broadcast TTRPGs scripted?
I live.
They're all scripted.
Yeah.
They're all
You can
scripted.
tell from my reaction.
Yes, obviously.
I must have been sent the wrong script.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the pilot for my show I'm pitching. Can you send that back? To
Yeah.
Sorry.
Edit.
I didn't mean to make you roll then. Actually, I was just going to tell you what happened. Sorry, that was... You clutch your head, and you feel that nosebleed, and you feel that pain, and you see Ignis reach forward, and we are going to flash back in time. Atlas, you are part of your adventuring party, the Heroes of Tomogat. You are fresh off of the success of saving the city from the green-scaled, draconic woman who toppled the would-be tyrant of Athrin and threatened to destroy the city, but you managed to save everybody and send her on her way. And you get your next sort of mission. There's sort of somebody who's interested to know the truth behind the mystery of what is going on in the volcanic meteorite ridden southern region of the country of Hrongfjall, in one of the northern continents of Unan in Keoth. Or Keoth. Always nobody really knows how to pronounce that in world either, I have decided.
Hey.
Keoth. You and your party, all of you, Tithon and Ilya, Mateo, and the younger Ignis, go to this area, battle some lava beasts, and you're in this canyon where the walls come thin, and you are walking forward, and Ignis is saying to you, it's like, Atlas, look, I feel something is deeply wrong here. There is some bad stuff going on. I don't feel comfortable continuing. We really should turn back.
Aye, lad. Feels a bit hemmed in, don't we? Like eyes are on us.
Yeah, I mean, the safest thing would be to turn around right now.
Aye, I would. But we got a job to do. We've not failed yet.
He begins to protest, but you guys surge forward. And you remember what happens next. You go and this space opens up, and before you is this black obelisk that rises out of the earth, and this feeling of evil and nausea enters your body. And next thing you know, your body's moving on its own.
Oh my god. I can't move.
Your other party members call out to each other. For some reason, the auras that surround you, which usually protect you and your party from things like this, don't work. And it's you feel this pain in your head as you're remembering this. You feel this pain in your head. You're looking at this obelisk, and it's you look at it. You remember it's evil. You remember what it made you. Well, you remember afterwards. You remember bodies lying on the ground. You remember Ignis reaching out, casting one last spell, saying, "Oh, get out before it gets you too."
He's just... Atlas is just like gonna try and move, but he feels frozen in place almost.
Yeah. You feel your movements are sluggish. There's this pain in your head. You've seen your comrades dead around you. Can I get, in this moment, what is your spellcasting ability modifier?
I'm trying to find out. Plus 2.
It's wisdom?
My wisdom.
Is it charisma for a paladin?
It's wisdom, I think. Or charisma. It might be charisma. I honestly don't know. I think it's charisma. It's charisma.
Charisma. Fantastic. Can you just give me a charisma check? So just add plus 2 to a d20 roll.
I got 17, so I'm getting all my good rolls out of the way.
17. You remember what happened, which is that you turned and left, and you've been dealing with the fallout of that for yourself ever since. Your head hurts. You remember the wounds on your friends' bodies, and on a 17, it's strange. The detail that comes back to you is that the wounds look wrong for what you think happened. There's something wrong with the wounds on your allies' bodies. And Ignis here, in that moment as you turned away, you couldn't see what was wrong with him at all. And you come back into the present moment, the sort of fuzzy quality to that memory, and you feel the blood on your lips, in your mouth, and sort of feel that pain recede. And very clearly you saw that Ignis tried to cast something that did not work. What do you do?
I sort of try and move forward again, sort of like go like that, smear the blood sort of onto my cheek and stuff like. I'm like, what the hell has gone in here, Ignash? You son of a, and he just sort of pushes forward.
The two bodyguards like move forward to grab you. Ignis sort of says, Atlas, I know this is confusing for you. This isn't the way it was meant to. Come with me. And the two Dragonborn grab either of your arms, and he touches you, and the four of you blink out of existence.
Come rescue me, guys.
So that is what happens to Atlas. Now let's resolve. Well, now let's just resolve some other stuff. Everything is fine and dandy in here. Some magic happened, and people were just like, "Yeah, all right."
Sounds about normal.
Sounds about normal.
I just saw a goat just stab people back
Yeah,
there.
did you hear about the goat who just sort of like tried to kill people outside, and then made pastries? Like, what the hell?
Pretty typical of the heroes meet.
Yeah, watching a guy sort of stumble, looking drunk towards another guy, and then they teleport out. It's like, yeah, sure, that happens.
I needed some alone
time. Fantastic things that people. You know what? The next thing we're gonna let's do Dendro. You go over to these bullywugs. They look big, sort of wide. They look mean. They've been drinking together. They look like rowdy bunch.
Gonna walk up and be like, wow.
What do you want, little frog?
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Big Frog.
Look at this guy, he's so small.
Look at this guy, he's so tall.
Hey, that's like true. This guy's kind of funny. Hey, you should like do tricks for us.
Like what?
You should like dance on the table and sing songs.
All right, fine. I'll jump up on the table and I'll do a little like half step and then just kick his beer at him.
Oh!
And then I'll finish with like a little show hands, like ta-da!
Fantastic.
Incredible. We'll cut away from that for just a second because that's a whole thing that needs to be resolved. People, you've come into the bar. What are your intentions as the rest of you have come in? Suzie, Ro, and Piuwhgieawrg.
I would really like a soft drink.
Susie's gonna...
I'm going to be really enjoying the pie. And,
you really made that pie last, man.
Yeah. And I'll insist on buying Piuwhgieawrg their drink.
Absolutely incredible.
I insist on buying you a drink. It's the least I can. This pie, it's
I
a good
suppose
one.
my ancestors decided to go into a more savoury route for the bakery and went back to sweets.
I honestly, I thought no one could beat my mum's pies, but you've done it today.
Oh no, you can't say that about your mother's baking.
No, my mother always says to me to be honest, and she does good pies.
No, there's nothing more good for the soul like a good family-made baked good.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you, but this pie is special.
Well, now you're just flattering me.
I'm not, I always tell the truth. That's what my old man used to say. Always tell the truth.
And it's what I say now.
I know, I'm still getting used to it, Dad.
I know.
Wait, who are you talking to?
Dad. Boy talks to me now and again. You'll get used to it. Don't worry. He just talks to me.
I really am out of my depth here.
I think it's the same. When the city's upside down and...
I know, right?
You guys, as this banter goes on, you go to the bar as this dwarf walks away. Mike, we will pick up with your character next week. Lovely to have you. Look forward to next one.
Yeah, see you guys later.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
Fantastic.
why is these big towns and things upside down? It's
It really is
mind-boggling.
bizarre, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to go back through and try and find where it is.
Urzaland.
Urzaland! I'm from Urzaland. It's a very, very small place, but you really...
A small remote farm, not far from here. And I don't know, these big cities, never been in one before.
Neither of... I really... Honestly, when I was out on this adventure, I really didn't think I would be able to meet anyone like I mean, you're obviously not Cagrian, but goat, sorry. I don't know whether people know what that means.
I just assumed everyone's different, so I just treat them the same and be nice.
Oh, you're lovely.
Oh, you seem lovely too. You give nice pies.
One copper piece for a soft drink.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So really, there are pieces of metal that can talk to people.
Easy, these bunkers. But I come here. I think I'm come here to find a ship to go on an adventure.
I might be able to help you with that.
Oh,
Suzie speaks up, having followed these two in, because originally she was gonna get Piuwhgieawrg their drink, but these two have just hit it off. This back and forth, and I thought Piuwhgieawrg was the unusual one, and then Ro did start talking to someone that wasn't there, but she's seen all sorts. So she's just gonna gesture to the droid. Hi.
Hello.
A lunch whiskey.
Lunch whiskey.
Thank you.
I'll get that for you as well. You seem nice. No, please, I insist.
It's very true.
1 silver piece for a lunch whiskey.
1 silver piece. There you go.
Does pour you a double.
Oh,
It's a lunch whiskey.
yeah. No one's drinking at lunch that doesn't.
It doesn't need it. Yeah.
So have you got a ship then?
I do. Yeah. I don't have a crew, so it's just been me and my ship.
That must be really scary.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time, since I left home.
Wow.
Well,
I go up in space and
not
everything.
since I left home. Kinda.
Have you visited lots of places?
I have, yeah. I started out, traveling lots of different ways, but as soon as I could get a spaceship, I got me one.
Have you been in a space battle?
I have, yeah.
Wow.
Oh no. Is that common?
Not too common if you know how to avoid it. I tend to avoid it. My ship, she's lovely, but
I got a spade. It's a very nice spade.
it is a nice spade.
Yeah, it's very lovely, isn't it?
Can I
It's like
take
the
a look at
finest
it?
spade. Yeah.
Hey, this guy's real short. This guy's real tall.
Oh, this is
Why are people declaring the heights to people?
Yeah. Is that a custom in big cities?
You guys look over and you see, there are, 20 bullywugs around a table, and, Dendro from earlier has walked up, starts dancing on the table, and fully kicks a person in the face.
Not a person. I kicked the beer into his face.
The beer
Oh yeah,
into
that
his
makes
face.
it all better, doesn't it?
I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay. Oh, I have 0 initiative.
drop.
But I rolled a 19, baby!
Oh,
Oh
Can you put
yeah.
this in the chat, please?
Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
Incredible. And I just have to very quickly...
What is Porgy gonna do? They're high in the lineup. They've never battled before.
You can hide, you can dodge, you can do all sorts of things.
Oh no! I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
We've already seen it in action.
Yeah, no, I was saying during the break, I did have a semi-plan in my head that the first person that would interrupt my panic state, I would just cast a random spell at them. Didn't know which one. Didn't know which one.
Someone's gonna be a rabbit.
Like, for those people who don't know me and haven't seen me play in with Hidden Realms before, I am a very chaotic player, to say the absolute least. And I'm definitely going to be using Porgy to take my chaoticness to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Wild magic sorcerer? No.
That's not on brand at all! What are you talking about?
I'm rolling so.
Josh, you have no idea what you let yourself in for.
I do, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Cool.
He's had a bit of prep, Carrie. Trust me.
Okay.
I've tested him a few times.
Tested
Deal.
So the fact that Ro and Porgy are already besties.
It's match made.
This definitely tracks.
We finished the last battle with a giant shit monster.
It did. Yeah. Yeah. That
He said,
it was a shit titan.
Yeah. We don't need to bring up the refuse titan. We don't.
we don't talk about refuse. I have never seen Encanto.
The songs.
The songs.
The song does slap. That's all. I've heard it once on the radio. Anyway, not relevant. Let's beat up some frogs.
Okay. We've got yes. So not far. I didn't expect necessarily to. I don't have a battle map prepped for the interior of the bar, is what I'm saying, and there'd be too many tokens on it anyway. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do this one theater of the mind. Theater of the mind, baby. It's gonna have to be a mix. That's too much prep work for any sane person. So, first to act, you see, this table is not that far away. I'm gonna say it's like 40 feet away from where you guys ended up at the bar. You are the first to act as this beer gets kicked into this guy's face, and we'll resolve that before your. That'll be like a pre-turn thing that we'll resolve in a second. See if that does Dendro. But yes, Piuwhgieawrg, what would you? No action is acceptable as well, but is there anything you do in response to, you see the bullywugs, like, get beer in the face and sort of stand and, like, get out fucking spears and weapons and shit?
Sorry, I'm just rereading very quickly. Okay, yeah. I mean, instantly, Piuwhgieawrg doesn't like violence, and looks at what's happening, and looks at they're about to attack Dendro, and Piuwhgieawrg is like, why are they doing that? I've already tried to stab him tonight, he doesn't need something else. And would they be within 30 feet of me?
If you move 10 feet forward, they are. So that's totally doable.
Okay, fine. Yes, I'll do that. So I move slightly forward, and I'm assuming at some point Piuwhgieawrg has discovered this ability, so it makes sense in canon why he would know to do this spell. Cast Gust to try and get them to move away from Dendro.
Oh, fantastic! I believe that's you can target one of them with that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That's
the lead. I'll do the lead of the guy that's doing the mean things.
This is the Gust spell.
You seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects at a point you can see within range. One medium or smaller creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you.
Fantastic. So you see that there are sort of like, again, a lot of bullywugs.
More than I knew there was.
Yep, a whole bunch. Huge table. Not all of them immediately, like, because of like how crowded it is, not all of them will be able to attack you, Dendro. But sort of like along this table, there's sort of like 19 crew members and a captain. This guy. 1 second.
What would be the strength saving throw?
So that's against your spell save DC. So I roll it as the captain.
Okay.
So the if you're targeting the captain is an even bigger, meaner-looking bullywug, with sort of a couple of scars across like one cheek and showing along the neckline.
Okay. I'm gonna retcon slightly, and before I do it, be like, I don't like bullies. Okay.
That's offensive! I'm gonna make this roll.
Oh no!
That is
I didn't mean to be offensive. I just meant in the adjective. I don't like
I think it's
weak
perfect.
bullies.
Just hearing this come across, and I'm gonna be like, "What is with that dude?"
What do you do lines and veils for? Procession.
That is a 9, which is a failure. Go ahead and roll a d4 if you'd be so kind.
Okay. I'm not kidding, it just landed on a side. I'll move the camera. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, did it land on like the side of the dice tray?
It did.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
So
literally. I'll re-roll that.
Yeah, that's cocked. Go ahead, reroll.
That's beautiful. That is a 3.
3. Yeah, you shove the guy and he just like hits the back of the wall and just goes, oof!
I apologize. I didn't mean it in an offensive way. I'm from.
Guys, kill that Cagrian! Anything else for your turn?
I'm a dainty little goat. Please don't kill me.
Murder! Murder the Cagrian! Do a murder! Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Fantastic.
For now.
Dendro, you kick that thing in the guy's face. The guy goes, "Oh, dude, not cool,
What?
little man."
Hey, no, I was in the spirit. Get it, spirit. Look, fellas.
Spears come out. We don't like little frogs.
What about little frogs with information that you would like?
Empty your pockets right now, and we won't kill you.
That's not how information works. It's in my mouth.
All of the information. We want all the gold, man. Get us all the gold. And that
No, but, like,
backpack
this
looks
information
really
is
nice.
about
I'll
where-
take that backpack.
No, I just bought this. This information is like really good. All right, like it will get you more goals than
Guys,
what
when
I'm
you stab
carrying.
when you stab him, try to not hit the backpack because I want that.
So I'm gonna hit one of the other guys.
Great, go for it.
Let's see.
There's sort of 4 within range.
14.
14 does not do it.
Nope, I kind of miss. And I'll be like, all right, you want to listen to me? I've got information. I know a place out in space. Right? You guys do a Rex?
What?
What?
Rex? Like, I know a place, right, where you can find some pretty cool stuff.
Rex.
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 Oh.
It's not a dude. It's a thing.
Oh, I see.
No, I thought you said E-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
These guys were like, yeah, whoa, dude.
Like, you're an attractive frog, but we don't do that.
No, like shipwrecks.
Yeah, one of the other guys. Yeah, one of the other guys has clearly noticed how attractive you are, but it's like, yeah, no, we're gonna kill you. Yeah.
Totally.
Totally. So that's your attack.
That's my first attack, and then
Yeah.
I'm kind of like big graveyard, lots of scrap. I don't know, maybe some cool stuff. I was gonna check it out. I can tell you where it is. If you just stop.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, I do get a +1, which is interesting. I rolled 2 4s, so 5.
The guys go, don't care.
No, you should. And I go for my second attack, my bonus attack
Go for it.
on the. I want to do this on the captain.
Yeah, go for the captain for sure.
Because, that would be 15.
15 exactly hits. Go ahead. Do
Good.
damage to the captain.
Okay. 4. Plus 4 and a poison is 6. 7.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you punch into this guy, and you sort of, he's kind of wearing, sort of a leather jacket that's very, very small on him. He's this big guy, and you kind of like punch into the flab of his stomach. It's kind of exposed. And the captain kind of goes, "Oh, is that the way it is?"
Well, you didn't want to take the information.
Oh, I see. Scritches, huh? Scritches.
Yeah, so if you just do the same back.
Oh, we'll give him scritches, won't we, boys? And the guy's gonna like chuckle. It's like, oh, we got a genuine monk among us, huh? You do little punches and stuff. Oh, that's so cute, little frog.
You're next.
Fantastic. Ro, that is you.
Ro's going to turn around and go, hang on. So, who threatened my friend Piuwhgieawrg?
Piuwhgieawrg!
Exactly. They make really good pies. I'm not happy with that. So you all put down your weapons and stop now. And I'm going to use Fey Presence.
Okay.
So the 10-foot cube. People who want to choose, I've got to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 14.
Okay. 10-foot cube, I'll say that you can get the 4 immediately around.
Yeah, 10-foot cube.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll say you can get the 4 immediately in range of Dendro with this.
Yeah.
What save is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. 2 of the ordinary bullywugs succeed. One of the bullywugs does not. The captain does not succeed.
Okay. Well, they're frightened of me.
Captain's like leering over Dendro, looks over his shoulder, and goes, "The hell?
Yeah, and he's with me.
What? And 2 of the other guys are like, "Boss, are you okay?" That's
Take the information or I'll make him come over here.
what? I'm not. Anything else for your turn, Ro?
No, I'll just sort of stand in front of Piuwhgieawrg. I'm gonna get it right. And I'm gonna stand in front, going, no, I'm not liking this violence.
So what is it? What does your Fey presence appear? Does it have any visual elements to it?
Actually, a dark kind of. It looks as if he sort of grows in sort of stature, like his muscles come out a little bit, and it's kind of sort of shadow behind him sort of grows and sort of becomes slightly grotesque from its shape, and from that sort of, so it sort of gives everyone that kind of, that kind of feeling of like, oof, all right, don't mess with him. Sort of feeling, sort of, but he just looks like he's very serious with it, and just annoyed.
Amazing.
I'm just disappointed.
yeah. At this stage, it's just I'm not. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Captain has not decided yet whether they're gonna run or order more people to kill you. But he's frightened of you for sure.
Yeah.
It's like I don't.
I will step forward towards the captain, knowing that he's the one that gave the order as well, and just go, now you just stop that. It's not right. All right? Some of us were not involved in this fight, and you've dragged us into the fight.
You see him trying to comprehend a new concept, which is collateral. Collateral damage. It's like he's never really thought about it before. It's like people who weren't involved in the fight. Suzie, that is your turn.
I am going to get up. She's sort of fairly at ease, at least in appearance. She'll go, oh, come on now, folks. We can all play nice here. Now, security's gonna show up any moment, so you gotta pack your spears away now, boys. We don't want any trouble here, lads, do we? Not on a bright and shining day like today. And bright and shining day like today is one of the sort of thief cant indications that you're in the know. And I will say that aloud so that anyone around us at the bar, in the bar, can hear. And kind of to try and get them to be like, hey, I'm in the know and I'm taking this side on things, so.
Incredible. Can I actually just get a, let's say a flat persuasion? You've been clever. Go ahead, do it with advantage.
Thank you. Seven and 7.
Doubles? That, we got a lot of doubles going on.
So, persuasion. That'll be 11.
These guys, you say exactly the right thing, and anybody with half a brain would listen to you because security in here will be here in a second. And you see, these guys are a little bit on the slow side. These guys are not picking up what you're throwing down. But the people at the bar, like, you see Minerva, the Vidalkin behind the bar. It's like very casually has like a little hollow up, and it's just like boop, and it's just like bring, 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 bring. Little alarm. It's gone off, just signaling to somebody out there. Fantastic. Anything else?
Oh, I think with that, I'm just standing. I'm at the ready if need be, but I'm not drawing any weapons or anything.
Fantastic.
And I am also gonna help to put myself a little bit more in front of our Cagrian friend.
You guys just step in front. Fantastic. Well, the bullywugs spring into action, and a few attacks are gonna go off before security arrives. So we're gonna get 2 attacks on Dendro.
Go for it.
Absolutely going for it. So that is going to be a 5 and a 7 to hit you.
Nope.
that ain't gonna do it. And then you see them like try to stick you with their spears, and then they try something very different, and you see them just like open their mouths and just go. Yeah, these frog people are gonna try to bite you. An 11 and a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does.
Fantastic. Gonna grab one of me. Ooh, can I find one? Yes. Oh boy. Oh my god. The guy who taunted you originally, sort of like tongue comes out, wraps around your arm, bites on your arm, and deals 5 points of max damage.
That's
5
painful.
points of bludgeoning damage to you. It's just like absolute chomp down. Now, they're going to take 1 point of poison damage from physically touching you.
Yeah.
Which is not great for him. I believe that 5 is more than half your hit point maximum in one attack.
Yeah.
So we're immediately gonna get a DC 12
Massive.
con save from you, if you'd be so kind.
Oh.
Should have known this from our session 0. You died.
Yeah, and Dendro has a worse HP, I think, now.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled.
Oh, sweet.
Tell me, you can have a think about this if you need time. What is an injury that could be taken from this attack that will last?
Seeing as I am very close to death's door, and he's bitten my arm off.
He's bitten your full arm off?
Wherever he bit to is just like it's detached.
Oh my god.
You are comfortable with being, because it doesn't have to be that extreme. I will allow it to be less extreme than that.
No, I picked a fight with 20 bullywugs and one of them bit my arm.
You watch as just above your elbow, your arm comes off in the mouth of this bullywug. And what color is your blood?
It's like a deep blue inky color.
Deep blue inky colored blood starts splattering over these guys.
This is not good.
You guy just fully bites your arm off. Holy cow!
That's what Dendro says.
That's very tame response, verbal
Yeah,
response. I would have
he's
said a lot more words.
gone very pale and a little bit delirious.
One bullywog is going to attack Ro. Does a 13 hit?
So it does.
Okay. That's dear Lord! No! That is 6 points of piercing damage!
Ow!
What is happening?
So
that is-
roll a d20.
Yes, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw DC 12 from
Yeah.
Ro Puddlemud.
Oh, that's okay then. 14.
14. Okay, no permanent injury as you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
And 2 are gonna make attacks on Suzie. That is a 7 and a dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20 will hit.
Dirty 20. For you, it's min damage, which is hilarious. So that's 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that person will also try to bite you, but will miss. And will miss Ro as well. So they kind of try to get at... they try to get at Piuwhgieawrg at their boss's behest.
Stone. No.
The captain is going to take his turn.
No.
Are they going to be able to get through me, because the captain? Because I stood in the way, and he can.
Can't get to Piuwhgieawrg necessarily, but it's frightened of you. Can't approach you in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's just going to make an unarmed attack against Dendro.
You don't. He's
No!
like wobbly on his feet. Take the information, man.
That first
Can I-
attack is a nat 1. Second attack is not much better. That's a 13.
Nope.
Oh.
Third attack is an 18.
Yes.
2 points of bludgeoning damage
No,
to
can
Dendro.
Oh, I can't shield someone else, can I?
Not someone else,
No.
unfortunately.
Oh.
Just hits you in the face.
Just haymakers me, lamps me out flat.
Yeah, absolutely. Takes a point of poison damage.
That'll teach him.
And Dendro is laid out flat. Gets his arm bitten off and gets knocked out. Over there. Piuwhgieawrg, you are next in the initiative.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, I yell to the room after I see Dendro on the floor, and I'm like, "Well, that is quite enough!" And I run to try and pick up Dendro, and anyone who stands in my way, I will use my ram
Ah, fantastic. So there's a bullywug immediately in your way.
Gonna ram them aside.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Right, okay. That is a 21.
Oh, that absolutely hits. Go ahead, do damage.
It's annoying because it's only a d4 plus my strength modifier, and my strength modifier is a 0, so that's wonderful.
Wonderful.
And it's a nat 1, for God's sake.
So, 1 point of damage.
They get knocked back.
And I'll use my hammering horns. Yes. Target must be within 5 feet of me and no more than one size larger than me.
Nope, same size as you, and failed the save.
Spicy. So they are 10 feet. That I can push up to 10 feet away from me.
Beautiful. So you basically like headbutt this person and launch them away from you. You don't take any attacks of opportunity as you go to Dendro. You're in and amongst these other bullywugs, one of whom has his arm in their mouth. You make it to Dendro.
You spit that out right now.
You say that. Next.
Wait, are they? Question: is this
Sure.
person antagonistic towards me?
Yeah.
Fuck. I didn't know if maybe they didn't hear or they're not that bothered about what the captain says. I thought I could cast friends.
They listen to their captain. They're part of the ship's crew.
I know. There's no harm in asking. You spit that out.
I'm just gonna roll something for me. Interesting. The next thing that happens is a group of people go, break it up now, and just start laying flat bullywugs, just like boom, 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 and somebody smacks that bullywug on the back of the head, so they spit up that arm, and and you see a figure, an armored figure in green, reaches over and touches Dendro. Dendro, you're back up with 5 hit points.
I don't really know how to attach your arm.
Can we get a bucket of ice, please?
Yeah, Minerva, can we get a bucket of ice over here, please?
Start like trying to just put the rest of my arm to it.
You come up. These guys start breaking up the fight, and immediately after that, landing in and amongst people, like there is a like boom sound, and just outside, and like coming in is this enormous, hunched over Dreltar woman. Dreltar is another homebrew race. Sort of tar black skin, long fingers, no eyes, and sort of a wide mouth with a long tongue that comes out and tastes the air. Dreltar are a blind race with other senses that are widely known to be telepaths and psychics. And the norm of those people is that they are a bit on the smaller side. This person is enormous and jacked to all hell. Comes in with some bodyguards like, right, enough out of you guys. That's, all of you, get the fuck out. And they start like breaking up the fight, and we're out of initiative as these guys start like taking spears and being like, get the fuck out of here with me, you're not welcome here anymore. Fucking lug bullywugs. Like fully tosses the captain face forward out of the door.
Can we get a medic?
Yes, and this man with the green armor, see that the arm goes on ice.
Can I when the captain's gone out the door?
Yeah.
Can I turn to him and I said, next time I won't be so nice, and I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver, which is only a verbal component. So that being the actual verbal component.
Fantastic.
So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
But I rolled a natural 18.
Okay.
For the captain, he's not very intelligent.
Yeah, so it doesn't. I don't know. The target wants to see the alternative and throw or take. Yeah, so it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. So you say that that magic comes up. From outside, you hear. You haven't heard the last of Goblink Gaff, captain of the lug. I'll find you, little frog. I'll find all of you, and I'll sees Ro. I'll find you, and he and the crew leave the heroes meet.
Everyone's all shouting their names out to everyone today.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I should have got there in time for your.
No, this was me. I did this. They called me small. I thought they'd laugh it off. Thank you guys for joining in.
It was only the right thing to do, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah. They didn't seem very nice. I don't like not nice people.
You guys sort of gather around this man in the plate armor and green. It's sort of a human with thick black locks. Looks to be sort of in his late 30s. Says, "What's your name, son?" To Dendro.
It's Dendro.
Fantastic, Dendro. You are a very lucky person. If you hadn't done this and I hadn't been right here, this would have been a more permanent thing than it is. May I?
You what? I can't have it. I want it.
I have healing magic. I can put it back on your arm.
Oh yeah, please. I need it.
Sort of very, very carefully seems to reattach and does very, very delicate work. Seems to be a more involved healing process, and he continues to do this as you guys continue to chat. So this is going to take a few minutes.
This tickles.
That's good. That means the nerve endings are reconnecting.
Excellent.
If you're not gonna bleed out, can I get you that drink now and make it a double?
Something with, I don't know, like blood in it. Something I need topping up.
Why don't we get you like a sandwich?
Yeah, like a nice fruity one.
All right. And I'm gonna go just to get a drink for the frog man with the very bad luck, and request a sandwich with like some mangoes in it.
A lunch sandwich
Yes.
to go with the lunch drink.
Yes.
Lunch whiskey.
How are you about whiskey? Do you want something else? Oh, getting some. You like berries?
Yeah, they're cool.
Do like a gin cocktail.
A lunch gin cocktail.
Yeah, lunch. A big lunch.
2 silver.
Yeah.
2 cocktails, gin cocktails appear in front of you. A second later, and like a sandwich platter. It's done so efficiently. You see, like these droids have an extra couple of arms in their backs that are in the process of like making drinks even as they take orders. And so those are made, and it's just like the arms just kind of like spin and put that in front of you, and then spin back.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I tip. Confused as to if I should be tipping, but I tip nonetheless.
The hand immediately goes and hands that over to Minerva, who just gives you a little nod.
Thanks.
No worries.
Piuwhgieawrg, you.
Piuwhgieawrg.
His arm came off.
Did?
And now he's sewing it back on.
I know.
With magic.
It really baffles me. The kind
I
of
know.
things you can do.
I know.
I only come from a small village.
Same. I come from a small farm.
Whereabouts? Where was your farm?
It's only just a day's ride away. Not very far. Or a couple of days walk.
I'm from Urzellen.
All right. Where's that?
It's like east.
All right. I literally have spent my entire life on the farm.
What brought you here then?
Well, like my mum and my dad died. And they got struck by lightning. And they died on the same day. And then my dad started talking to me in my head. And he told me to sell the farm and come on an adventure. So that's why I'm here.
That's crazy, man.
You realise that is a lot of emotional whiplash to process.
Yes. Probably. But
Are you okay?
I think so. I think I'm alright. I'm kind of a bit bewildered. But yeah, I was a bit annoyed that they were gonna set on you because, you know, that wouldn't have been nice.
It wasn't very nice. We
No.
couldn't stand back and watch that happen.
No. I don't know. That's not very nice on you, Dendro. Even
You
if
guys
did
are pretty cool.
even if he did kick a drink in his face.
He was
You
asking
know.
for it.
Well, yeah, it was.
He probably was asking for it.
Yeah.
The powder guy's like, yeah, no, he probably was asking for it. That's.
But, you know, there's levels, isn't it? You kick a drink in someone's face, you don't bite their arm off.
No,
That seems a
no.
bit extreme, to be honest.
Yeah. You punch him back.
So wasn't it?
That's silly. Yeah, I didn't like that. No, I like, you know, things have got to be a bit fairer.
Where is everybody going now?
Let's just sit down for a second because I'm pretty sure that at least two of you were in shock, and
Who's
and
that?
I think you're not. I think you're not. I think you're in sort of.
Don't think I'm in shock.
No,
does
you're
shock
the
look
only.
like?
You seem pretty chill, which is impressive given what you've shared. Let's just sit down. Let's get a table
Right.
all to ourselves that doesn't have
You think?
Dendro's blood on it. Cool color, by the way.
Can we like put it in a bucket? Keep it?
Is there like a mechanical reason that you'd like to keep your blood?
Well, it should be inside of me, shouldn't it?
This guy is like it's like explains to you, not in a condescending way at all. It's like you will produce more blood with time.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, you.
Okay, this is the first time I've lost an arm.
Most people go their entire lives without doing that, so that's a totally normal reaction. You don't need to put the blood that you've lost back into your body unless it's a very extreme situation.
Oh, okay.
It's blood before.
Sorry.
Well, like little bits, not that much.
Yeah, I mean, he the color has gone out of your, your face and your skin. Like you were gonna need to eat and drink, but you are otherwise gonna be okay.
We should probably get you water, and you probably shouldn't be drinking. But the worst of the bleeding out is past. So
Oh, that's good. Only on the up,
this'll
right?
make you feel better.
Yeah, in a second, I do have to warn you, this is actually going to start hurting because your nerves are going to be sending signals to your brain that your arm has been cut off your body, and just
Oh, dear.
right about now-ish.
Down
Okay,
the drinks, down the drinks, down the drinks.
Take it shakily, and this is not his dominant hand. So
Suzie,
There we go.
You seem to be quite a fair around here, and with that drinking. Do you think they sell cider?
Oh, darling. The cider. I mean, management's changed since last I was here, but cider in and around the provinces is the best you're gonna get on any planet, darling.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've only ever read it once, and I got told off. And I found my dad's stash.
Well, I think you're allowed. How old are you?
In my 20s, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I'm 22, I think.
Yeah, no, you can drink. You can drink.
All right. Okay.
Do you want me to? You guys all sit down. I'm just gonna get people stuff.
Yeah.
do you want anything,
gonna
nice
get-
man?
Sorry, what's that?
Do you want anything?
Listen, I'm more than happy to pay for my own drinks, but if you would, if you could, while I'm working on this, I'd love cider. Sounds amazing.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna get 2 ciders, and I'm just gonna get like coffee for the table.
Fantastic.
Just bring it here so we can pour it when it's ready.
It's another 3 copper.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Cider is very cheap. And you bring this around the table. You guys have got your own table. Everyone's sort of like calmed down from the hullabaloo. This guy is still just reattaching your arm. He seems like he's almost done now. There you go.
Giggling for the entire time and drinking the cider.
You drink it. Oh man, that sweet apple taste.
This is strong.
You know that it's like Suzie, you know that it's like 3.5%.
Yeah. Don't drink
So-
that too
so-
quickly now.
What did you guys get up to while I was doing that?
I got a bit angry.
In fact, hang on a minute. Who are you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm no Puddleman.
Oh, good to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. Who are you?
I'm Dendro.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Dendro.
Thank you.
You seem a nice chap.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Dendro?
But I mean, like, I don't have anywhere to live. I'm on the move. I come from Drastia. It's like that way.
But really far?
It's like 2 ferries.
2 ferries.
Wasn't that far.
Gotcha. No, I actually just got back from there myself.
From Drastia?
Yeah, more Maine.
Oh, did you visit the White Circle Temple?
No. I heard
Oh,
of it,
you
but
should. It's a shame. You should go there next time. It's a pretty cool place.
Is that where you trained?
I was there for a little bit. Yeah.
Susie's just eyeing to see if any of the other Verdant Crusade are hanging around their buddy who's.
Yeah, you have a look around. Good shout, by the way. You see that they had been sort of like making their way out. And there are a couple who are sort of like left lingering by the door, sort of like watching this guy, like sort of like waiting for him to join them. And one of them, who's got slightly fancier armor, looks impatient.
I think your boss there is getting a little touchy to go.
Oh, he looks a little confused for a second, and then he looks over. It's like, oh, I see the misunderstanding. Yes, Knight Hallowhorn will be fine.
Not your boss, then.
No,
Sorry.
not my boss. That's fine though. Easy mistake to make.
That sort of impatience usually comes with upper management. Mistook it.
In this case, close working middle management.
Gotcha.
Um,
Rough.
Lovely to meet all of you. I'm Bishop Luca.
Used to be Bishop Luca.
Thank you, Bishop Luca.
You are very welcome. There is a surge of magical healing, and your arm is in fact reattached. There is a scar, sort of like bite mark scar that rings your arm that will probably be there forever. But you can feel it. You can move your fingers.
This is good.
Amend the character art.
This is the GM being like, this is your freebie, you're level 1.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, from that combat, 1 point of experience to Dendro, Ro, and Piuwhgieawrg.
1 experience point.
1 out of 10. We're doing a slightly modified experience point system for those of you who are watching. Each character has an amount of experience out of 10, and characters at higher levels will receive fewer experience points than those at lower levels, and that's kind of up
Fewer
to me.
than 1? Man, you're harsh.
Case in point, Suzie did not earn experience from that.
I also did not
Do anything.
so. Seems fair, actually.
There you go. So there you go. Bishop Luca stands. Pleasure to meet all of you. And good luck on your various journeys. Glad I could be of
Give him a
assistance.
thumbs up with my reattached arm.
Yes, this is what we like to see. Excellent. Ha! Wonderful. Well, good day to you all.
Bye.
Goodbye. He goes and he joins the woman and a couple of the other Verdant Crusade members, and they exit the bar.
So, Suzie, you were saying before we were rudely and
Sorry.
Yeah, no, not you. I was thinking it was more that. But you're about that you've been up in space and
Yeah.
stuff. Got a spaceship.
Yeah, I do.
You looking for a crew?
I mean, yeah. You know what? I have, hopefully gonna have some gigs lined up, and it would be great to have a crew. I do not have my ship right now,
Right. What
but
happened to
I
it?
will have her back by morning.
Oh, right.
But looking around is
Let's do an insight check on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna need deception from Suzie. Anybody who wants? This is just.
doesn't matter.
19.
7.
What did you get there, bro?
19.
19. Does not have access to her ship. Yeah, that's not great. That situation. The confidence is definitely false. That it'll be back by morning.
Do I think what I'm thinking? What Rose innocent mind is thinking is that Susie's hiding something, but she's hiding it because it's not because she's a bad person, but it's because she's down on her luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what his thinking would be in that circumstances. That would make sense.
Fair enough.
So you'll just give it a benefit of the doubt.
Fantastic.
Seeing these folks who seem like they've had a rough time of it lately. I'll say she's been repossessed for scrap metal. However, I think I might have a way of talking to some higher ups at the company she's been repossessed by. Maybe
Right.
doing them some favors, getting her back. But I have until morning to do it. But if
Do you want some help?
Yeah.
I mean that would be great. You folks are
Right.
mighty generous for.
Well, it's not really. It'd be fun to go into space. Bit of an adventure.
I mean, why is that? Why you've all
It's
come
going
here?
for me.
Pardon?
I don't really have anything else going for me. I might as well help you get your ship back.
Well, you guys are looking to go to space. At least a couple of you. Where are you looking to go?
Space.
Just space in general.
We're just on an adventure, really.
Yeah.
To be honest, I
can
didn't
do
really
that
know.
for you.
I
Yeah,
just
I can do
follow. I'd go where my feet goes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
How about you, Piuwhgieawrg?
I don't know. I'm more searching for someone.
Okay, something you feel comfortable sharing, or not yet? Too new. Fresh
My
out
husband.
of a fight. Your husband.
Oh,
Where did he go? I mean, it sounds
I
like.
don't know.
Yeah.
what's his name?
John.
John.
Good name.
Right. I don't know John.
That really narrows it down.
Yeah.
What's he look like?
He's It's like this really tall, not that much taller than me. I'm like 5'8", and he really tall, burly, black Cagrian. But he has a gentle face.
Sounds like a nice man. See you miss him.
Yeah.
We'll find him for you. That seems like a good mission to do. I reckon
Really?
that's what- Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do that.
I
You
have
give me a
no-
pie.
I have no idea where he is. He could be
Huh?
across the other side of the galaxy for all I know.
Well, it was only like a few days ago and I was sat at my farm and I didn't know I was going to be here. It's alright. We'll find him.
What led to his disappearance?
Oh, that'd be useful.
He was... We were visited by someone. I don't know who and where they were from, but they just teleported him out and
That's
told me
nice.
to find him.
And told you to find him?
I think so. It all happened so quickly.
They don't sound like they were very nice people.
Not ideal, no.
No, they go around stealing people.
What did they look like? Can you tell us that?
Josh, did we ever decide what they looked like?
The person who was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know exactly what they look like. You want me to give you a description?
Yes, please.
No worries. So I know that I sent you some stuff in a chat, and I'm just trying to look and see if there's anything I left out of that. One sec.
Drum roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
Flashback time.
Flashback time. You know what? Would you like to do this as a flashback, or do you want to keep certain things secret? And
Yeah, let's
you.
flashback. Let's
Okay.
flashback.
All right. Let's do it. I'm so sorry. I do just need to find one thing.
In the meantime, folks, try not to get in a fight with a bullywug.
Yeah.
I thought I could take a couple, then I realized the rest of the table were with them.
I was talking to anyone out there who might be watching, just a little PSA, folks, just to stall for time while Josh is looking for something in his Facebook chat message.
And I appreciate that.
They can't turn off. That was gonna make him sick later, though.
Yeah,
Poison.
absolutely. Yeah,
Poison
if you digested that, it would have been very
bad.
very bad. Fantastic. We flash back several weeks ago to the Erswef Bakery in Urzelen. You are there. The ovens are fired up. People have come in, and they're just having a lovely time. And it's just it's what it usually is on a sunny afternoon. Your mom and your dad, they're making pastries, and of course, John is there as well. John's sitting reading a book in the corner, a cup of tea. And this person comes in who is a warforged. They are a sort of mechanical person with a magical sentient life to them. Sort of, brought into existence during the God Wars several hundred years ago. These people are common, and they're just like any other people, really. It's rare to see them in here, if only because they literally don't require food. Don't have a way to eat your pastries. But this person comes in, sort of a square jaw, look like they're made of steel of some description, mechanical eyes, and
Hello.
hello.
What would you?
I can't guarantee what exactly you'll get out of the oven, but I can help you.
I would like very much to sit and observe your bakery. I would
is
be
it-
happy to pay for the table.
Is it an inspection? We weren't told about it.
It's not an inspection. I'm a individual, and I would love to see the magic of the bakery in action. I find it fascinating.
It's all just how it works here. No magic involved, really.
Haha!
Ha! Yes, okay. You just there's a little table in the corner you can take.
That is very kind. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
I will. You are very kind. And goes and sits in the corner. The day sort of continues and passes by. This person stays fairly still for hours and just looks around. Seems to just be bearing witness to everything that's going on. And it gets near closing time. People have made their way out.
Hello. Sorry, we are closing. I'm afraid I'm just a little bit confused. Was there anything in particular you wanted?
That's very kind. Final calculations being run now.
What?
Sits for a second. Looks up. Stands. Looks at you, and a green light appears in their eyes as they look at you, and the voice changes and becomes still mechanical but quite deep, and it seems like layered coming out of this person's mouth. Chaos factor confirmed. Amplifying spark by 0.0002%. Grabs your arm. Other arm glows with magic. Pushes into your chest and just... You feel something ignite in you. Your hair goes on end, and there's this weird feeling of like exhilaration and like you can't breathe. Chaos begins to just multicolored light ripples around you. This grip is iron around your arm.
What are you doing?
Attempting gate access.
Gate.
You feel the energy rip out of your control into this hand and just... And you see just... Unstable portals begin to attempt to open around you. There seems to be like a whirling of wind. You see John gets up and comes over, tries to help you, tries to hit this thing, try to get it off of you.
John, I don't know what's happened. They just grabbed my arm and I don't...
Porgy, it's alright, I'll get you out of there. A portal, portal's opening, sort of swirling, multicolored magic. You lose sight of your parents who sort of like call your name, but you can't quite hear them anymore. The walls seem to disappear around you. The Warforged looks at John, looks back at you. Gate stabilization unsuccessful. One sec. Gate stabilization unsuccessful. Chaos factor too volatile. Alternate plan. Let's go with your arm. Grabs John, and just shoves him. And you see him disappear through a portal that opens for the briefest of seconds and closes behind him. Turns back to you. Motivation required. Motivation provided. Love is an excellent motivator. Find the cradle. Find Brina. Find John. And Warforged is fully let go of you. There's chaos swirling around you. Green in the eyes.
Why did you do this?
It is necessary to find the cradle. It is necessary to find the Brina. It is necessary to find John. Motivation acquired.
Why me?
Chaos factor confirmed.
I'm not chaos, I'm just Porky.
No response. Turns and walks away.
What has happened?
Chaos slowly subsides, and you are standing, and bakery is gone. Your parents are gone. There's just no building there, and John is gone. You see the Warforged disappear, just walking away in the distance.
No, you can't just walk away from me. You have to tell me what you've done.
Looks at you, turns, continues to leave.
Okay. I think Porgy just stands there for a while and just analysing the wrist and their hands. And I think that's the last Porgy remembers.
Yeah. Magic becomes contained within you, but still surging wild. And that's where we cut back to the present moment. In the heroes meet.
I meant to find the cradle. Find Brina. I don't know what that means.
Does that ring a bell for any of us?
Dad, do you know what a cradle is?
Cradle, I suppose, could refer to a number of things. I mean, we raised you in a cradle when you were a baby.
I thought that. I didn't think I was daft enough to think it was just like that.
People sometimes mean cradle as in as a sort of a metaphor for the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What makes sense?
Oh, sorry. My dad says sometimes people, because obviously we, lots of us were born in a cradle, but when someone says cradle, they mean something that is the beginning.
Beginning?
Maybe that's what you need to find, the beginning. I don't know what, but...
So instead of a spaceship, I need
A time travel machine.
Maybe. Wow. I set out to go on an adventure. If that involves space travel and then time travel, wow.
Two are mighty mixed up, but
Yeah. I feel for you. I want to help you. I feel like that's why I come on this adventure. I come on this adventure to help people.
And I need all the help I can get.
Ah. I've got one request though.
What?
More pies.
see if I can find a recipe.
Hey, we like that. Let's do that. You guys up for it?
Why not? John sounds like my kind of guy I'd like to meet.
Yeah. Alright, Suzie, you've got us on your ship.
Well, okay then. Well. A few things to sort out. Sorry, go ahead. Pinocchio.
I can't thank you all enough, honestly. It would mean the world to me to find them again.
Shall we?
And we'll find whatever, wherever, whenever this cradle is. Brina. And we'll do that.
Yeah.
GM.
Yes.
Do the cradle or Brina or anything? Any of this is this and blah blah.
It's
Okay.
a very
This-
insightful question.
Ringing a bell in my experience spacefaring and such.
Here's what I'll give you.
I try as well.
You want oh, absolutely you may. So this is going to be a history check for Suzie. I'm going to make this a DC 13. For Dendro. Dendro, this is interesting. You know what? Let's say 13 as well. History check.
Roll better than a 7. I gave you a moon bath, babies. She's still
An 11.
An 11? 11. Yeah. Neither of you can. It's just a little bit too generic for you to know what's being referred to in this situation.
But I was born in a tree.
Next.
Ush.
So, did you get a cradle? Is your point that you weren't born in a? I think that comes a little later. It's bugging me that I can't think of this.
Yeah, you definitely be like I think the problem with Suzie is more the case of like Brina is quite a common name, especially among like gnomes and things.
Yeah.
So it's like you definitely have known Brinas in the past, and it's just going through like all the instances, and you're like, there's got to be an important Brina that I knew at some point.
Yeah. You know what? On my ship, I do have a computer that's got pretty decent data set to it. Might have some information on there.
Every journey's got a first step, and we all hope is forward. And I reckon getting your shit back's forward.
I hope so.
Cannot hear you, I'm afraid, Carrie.
It's really rude.
Oh, we can hear you now.
There you go.
How do we get back the ship of yours?
I have to see if I can get in contact with either Kesital of the Bounty Hunters Guild or Samson Dawn.
Where do they live?
Not here. Dawn's over on Metazion. Kessig's either probably at the Bounty Hunters Guild. It doesn't do as much work anymore, but I might be able to find a way to get in contact with one or both of them.
If the thing is yours, can't we just take it back?
I have paid a lot of money on her, but not all of what was required of me. More than she cost originally, I will say. Much more. But
interest.
She's yours though. She's yours though.
Well, is she anyone else's? Does anyone else love her like I do?
Well, you're a nice person. Why don't we, take it?
I try and fly down the middle of things, kind of. I don't want to piss off Dawn.
All right. Okay.
If I piss off one of the oligarchs of Madazion, that's not going to do me any good.
All right. Okay, makes sense.
It's an option.
That'd be one of those back steps from the journey,
Mm.
not one of those forward steps.
It is good to know that apparently folks are good with just stealing. That
Well, it's not stealing if it's yours, right?
Yeah, that was my thinking. I wouldn't like to steal it from someone who, is not theirs, but you're just, getting back your property.
yeah.
And I don't like all this money stuff, and like the fact that, you paid more than what was owed on it anyway. So
Yeah.
that all sounds confusing.
Yeah, I couldn't afford. I mean, okay, I know what I'm to speak to. Will y'all hang here a moment, please?
No worries. I'll have another cider. No,
Yeah,
just
just
like
keep them
Quick
coming
time
for the
in
table.
travelling, I guess we don't really have that constraint.
Yeah, good point. Hey, very nice that. Hey.
Is Benvolio still in the tavern?
Benvolio is still in the tavern along with Desert Wind crew. Yep.
I'm gonna sort of go up to the bar
Mm-hmm.
and sit at the bar, nursing my whiskey. And I'm gonna just sort of open up my posture a bit, and if he ever looks over, give him a wave.
May I actually come with you and I cast friends?
Absolutely interesting. You give that thing. He gives you a nod. Gets up, comes over, sees Piuwhgieawrg is with you. Well, hello there. What is the saving throw associated with that spell?
It's gotta be a wisdom saving throw, and he'll have
No,
advantage.
it's just
in the
for the
battle.
duration you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you.
There isn't a saving throw?
No, there's definitely a saving throw for friends.
Well, that is what my app says.
We're all looking it up. But
Is it friends?
Yes.
she realizes. What in the actual hell?
Oh no, it isn't. It's just that.
Oh, it just gives you advantage on charisma checks directed at a creature of your choice.
Yeah.
I can read, guys.
No, it's just
No,
I thought that it was something else.
Yeah. So we were thinking it was based on charm person.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fair.
My apologies. That is actually, yeah, absolutely the way that it works. So you cast friends. Fantastic. Well, hey there, sweet cheeks. And
Don't. And the hunting knife comes out.
Suzie, we don't need to do that. No violence here.
good to see you.
Don't
You
fucking
two know
call
each
me that.
other?
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
None of your
Piuwhgieawrg.
business.
Piuwhgieawrg Jimothy Ursweth.
Lovely to meet you, Jimothy.
It's Piuwhgieawrg.
That's what I said. Gives you a little wink.
Okay, right. How
So,
do you know each other?
Well, let you tell that one if you like.
We've been flying in similar circles for a while.
Hmm.
How you been?
You know, not too shabby. How about you? Good. Glad to hear it.
Less good as of lately.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
tell me what's up. Oh, can I get a couple drinks, please? And what would you like? Turns to Piuwhgieawrg.
Soft drink, anything fizzy and sweet.
Fantastic. And a soft drink. What's your usual, Suzie?
It's a whiskey.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 of those come. And a soft drink. Tell me your woes.
They took my ship.
Shit, Suzie, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Well, listen. Consolation, though it may be,
I'm not gonna work for you.
there's always a spot open.
Don't give it
I've
to
been
me.
trying for years, and you gotta respect the hustle. You got no ship of your own. You wanna fly? You have a spot. Should you want it.
Well, thank you. I was wondering if, you keep an ear out for Dawn's business, don't you?
You been hearing about me recently?
Have I, Joshua?
Nope.
I just figured, you know.
Gotcha. Alright, yes. What do you want to know?
Happen to know if there have been any, bounties put out by him?
There are 2 on the board in the Bounty Hunters Guild.
What do you know about him?
About the contracts.
How fucky are they, basically?
How fucky are they?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Are they something I could, in good conscience, take?
You can... I think you know what I'm gonna say, Suzie.
It's fine.
As far as I am concerned, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, give me an insight check.
Oh.
Okay. He goes. He just like has a little thing. He nods. Alrighty.
May I roll insight as well?
You absolutely may. Yes.
Hang on, no, let me check. No, wait, no, it is.
That's a 26.
What?
I rolled a 19. My modifier for wisdom is 5 and I'm proficient in insight, so if it's a 26.
That's incredible. He looks disappointed at Suzie. That's what you see. This guy seems like he's a charmer. He's like all of these things, and it's interesting because he doesn't seem like he's got a huge range of morals. To your at your first glance, looks disappointed. You want to hunt down people for Dawn, get your shit back. You go ahead, Suzie. Well, anything I can do concretely for you apart from that. I remember there's a kidnap job and a dead or alive job he's got. Don't remember the details.
Oh, I don't like the kidnap job.
Well, bring in a live job. You know what I mean?
No, because it's usually like not a bad person. It's usually like just a normal fucking person, and they're gonna hold them. Oh. Dead or alive is. Dude. At least when it's dead, it's someone who's a threat to the person, so there's a good chance it's like a bad person, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not usually fussed. Fuck you. Do you... Tell you what,
What's that?
how about a loan?
Well, Suzie, you picked a hell of a time to ask me about a loan. I'm so sorry. I'm fresh out.
Are you saying that to play coy? Or are you just not willing to share with a friend?
I'd ask who your new friend really is, Suzie, but I genuinely could not care less at the moment. I'm done, I think.
What's going on with you?
Oh, head on over to the guild and you'll find out, I'm sure. Take
No,
care,
come on, that's
Suzie.
I can't head on over to the guild. I don't have a ship.
Pack me corporal, bring you there, I'm sure.
I go up to Ben Verlier, kind of lead Suzie, and I pat him on the shoulder.
Oh, you're gonna want to keep your hand to yourself, friend.
Careful.
She just wants her ship back. We're not asking much of you, we just need a hand.
Listen, Piuwhgieawrg, was it?
Yes, thank you. That's good pronunciation.
No worries. You picked a hell of a day. I don't got more capacity than to look out for me and mine right now. Even
Sorry
for
to hear
Suzie.
that.
She'll be alright, she always is.
Not even capacity to steal some stuff from Dom.
It's very tempting. I can't help you physically. What I can do, he takes out a little thing of paper, writes something on it, slides that over to you. That's what I can do for you. Take care, Suzie. Goes
Take
back.
care too. Sorry, whatever's happening is happening with you. I'd offer to help, but I don't have a fucking starship, so I can't really do much. But if you need help, once I have my ship, I'm not joining the crew.
Once you have your ship. Yeah, I get it. See you around, Suzie. This, to you, Suzie, does not feel normal. Your interactions with Benvolio.
Yeah.
There's something really, really different about this interaction. You guys have met, you flirted, in all over the place. Not really been more than that, but it's been friendly and it's been charming. Blah blah blah. Benvolio is acting very strange to your mind.
I rolled a 26. Do I get more than that?
You.
Pretty please.
Interesting. 26 inside. Do I give you more? I will tell you what's going through this guy's head. There's something big going on, obviously, that he's got to deal with. He's stretched thin. He seems stressed. And you saw during the early moments of that conversation, his disappointment in Suzie led to him not wanting to bring up what was going on and deciding that she was actually the wrong person to talk to about it at all. Yeah.
I wouldn't take it personally.
Who are you talking to?
I was talking.
It's semi-personal. I think even with her low insight roll, with the way that conversation went, and she knew she was bringing up risky stuff with him, talking about one of the Elder So she gets enough of a sense of, at the very least, like, I definitely, like, misstepped with that. What does my paper say?
Your paper has a list of numbers on it. There are 9 numbers on the list of paper, on the piece of paper.
Do they look like a ship's registration code or something?
They do not look like a ship's registration code.
What do they
Do
look
they,
like?
if you add a +4,
4, do they look like something?
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, let me give you the number right now, and anybody who's watching this, you should call that number. What? No, it does not look. Just looks like a series of numbers. Would you like to give me a? We're gonna say it's an Arcana, but this is just an intelligence check that you have the chance for proficiency on.
I do have proficiency in that. Oh my god. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh boy.
14.
That makes sense for Piuwhgieawrg. 14?
That's a 7.
14. He's giving you something. He's meant it to be a boon to you in some way. You look at the numbers and realize he's given you a passcode to something.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. And actually, you know what? I will ask for one last roll. Would you like to give me an insight check to see what that might be?
I can't roll, Josh. I can't roll. I've hardly rolled above a 10 this session.
Been bad for everybody.
Yes.
8.
8? Yeah, you've got a passcode to something. No worries at all. You guys are all gathered together, sort of 1:30 in the heroes' meet.
You tell us exactly what happened and what you got.
I'll come back to the group and say, from what I've learned, one of the routes I was considering going, which is technically both the routes I was considering going, don't look too appealing. So I think it might be more along the lines of what you were suggesting. Yeah.
Whereabouts is that ship kept?
Too far.
Did you happen to see a vault or some kind of keypad or something?
Was there anything on the tractor boot, like a keypad?
You indeed saw a keypad on the tractor boot on your ship.
Porgy didn't roll well, but Carrie's fucking smart.
Coyne Benvolio.
Hey,
Think I'm gonna leave those jobs? Feel free to take a review on. Get the cash. Let me buy you a drink next time we're in the same watering hole.
you find yourself in the same watering hole as me, I will take a drink.
Take care. Don't get yourself killed.
I don't promise nothing. See me while you can, Suzie. See me while you can.
You girl care? You're clever.
And with that, you guys seemingly deciding to steal back the arrow and beginning to have an idea of how you might go about achieving that, forming this crew and having met one another, we are going to bring to a close the first session of Seeking the Hidden Realms.
Yay!
Guys, thank you so much!
So much.
Wonderful. A little closing thing for Twitch and YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching. We are live at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, GMT, on Twitch here. Episodes will be here for 2 weeks, and then they will move over to YouTube, the Hidden Realms channel, which you can find in descriptions and doobly-doos. We are a bunch of nerds and D&D enthusiasts who just like playing D&D. And we'll be doing this, and hope that if you watch us, you'll enjoy. And that's pretty much it. Follow us, subscribe, watch our stuff if you want to. and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
But life
Mwah.
can be furious and things
How
can
do
go
I
wrong.
end it?
You go. We're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there, and we might be lost but not forever. There's things in life you simply need to know, but sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end. Don't say you're ridiculous, you're not even close. Don't wish for indifference, you're not one of those. We fall, but we always rise up through it all. We get a little wiser. There's things in life you simply need to know, but sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end. And if you ever wonder, there is nothing wrong with a little thunder. There's things in life you simply need to know, about sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end. There's things in life you simply need to know, about sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end. Before you make it safely to the end.